hello. Morning, how you doing? Welcome to Hochanda and welcome to Tonic for the next hour. We have got for you, if you weren't up at 7 a.m. this morning, you won't have seen what we've got up our sleeves. Something new and something very, very different from Tonic. The boho ladies are in town and we hope you'd love them. And that's an understatement because already a quarter of the entire stock has gone. And at 7 o'clock in the morning, not everybody's up that time in the morning to spend time watching TV. So we are very busy for the boho ladies. Can I show you what they are straight away and then we'll meet Paola? They are basically dyes of ladies that have got freedom of expression. Maybe you're looking at them thinking, oh, I can remember that sort of era, the swinging 60s. It could be Carnival. This particular lady, I think, reminds me very much of like Carnival with like the come Miranda hairdo there with the flowers. But they are just wonderful images. This lady's called Eva, as I've kind of christened her. You can't say Eva without saying Eva. And she's got the feathers, and of course those are the dyes that are separate to the actual main figures. This one, I can't remember her name, this lady.
That's Jasmine.
Jasmine, thank you. And Jasmine was one of our first demonstrations earlier on. So basically the dyes cut out these wonderful images and there's no holds barred. You can decorate them, you can embellish them, you can make them psychedelic, you can make them in gold and silver, mirror card, whatever you want to do with them. Add decorative embellishments, gemstones onto them, glitter. Really go for it. That's what I think is so interesting and so much fun about these. Paola's here, our very own boho lady. How are you?
I'm a little boho lady.
These are great though, aren't they?
They are beautiful. They are gorgeous. They are, you know, and I just love that size that they are kind of around 4 inches, and you can make them in mixed media, like beautiful sample by loose Sims. But you can go very tropical with camellia, with all those flowers in the dyes. And it's fantastic that every dye set comes with the individual elements for the hair that are standalone dyes. So if you want to just use feathers, little feathers with an amazing detail, you have them here. If you like beautiful butterflies, like, you know, in 4 different sizes, you have them there. You have got the beautiful profile of the camellia. But see how different you can go. So whether it's an 8x8 card, whether it's that's a 6x6 card, whether you want to go a little bit more pink, a little bit more hippie-like.
And that was one that Paola did in the 7 o'clock show this morning with some very psychedelic mirror card there, some kind of holographic mirror card for the sunglasses. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and it's just that sultry, I would say, look, but also with this is Jasmine looking, you know, with her eyes closed, you know, very reflective. You know, it could be, you know, it could be a get well soon card, you know. Well, or it could be like happy birthday. But look how different they look, and all those flowers. You know, whether you want to that kind of more subtle look or you want a more, you know, romantic look, more traditional, you can dress them up. You can make them like 3-dimensional, color them up if you like, paper piecing. I
think she's my favourite character. I love her. I can see a friend of mine in her, very much so. But look at what's been done on this one. This is Ava, and it's been made into a shaker card with a bit of acetate. I believe that's all gold embossing that's been done on there as well. But all these feathers, all the dyes for the feathers and the flowers on the other dye sets are completely separate. So if I just show you, if I grab one, let me just grab this one, this is Ava, and if I just show you on the magnetic sheet, it doesn't come with a magnetic sheet, but you probably want to store them that way. If I just tilt this back, can you see all the elements, the feathers are completely separate to the main dye. So again, you can cut them out numerous times, really go to town and decorate them. The feather at the bottom is separate to the main dye as well. So that's the way they've been designed, very clever.
They are very clever because also sometimes you want to, I mean, all the dyes in here are dyes that will cut it out of the card, so all 4 sizes, but you will be able to cut apertures by just doing like this one has done, you know, use the main dye and then die cut it and put acetate behind it, and now, you can see it.
They are available individually, but you save the money by buying them as a set of 4. They're £12.99 each, so if you want to go for them individually, you can do, but then, of course, you're paying a little bit more than maybe you need to. If you go for the set of 4, £34.96, a £17 reduction, so you're getting 1.5 of them for nothing, and it's on FlexiBuy as well, which means you only pay £17.48 today plus the postage to get all 4 delivered in the next few days, whereas they're worth £12.99 each, which is amazing. OK, you do have to pay the next FlexiBuy payment, obviously, in 4 weeks' time, but look at what you've got. lot. And if you love like dressing, if you love mannequins, if you love fashion, all that sort of thing, these are going to be right up your street. Or maybe they're for someone that you love, who loves fashion and hairstyling and makeup and all of that. There's no holds barred with these.
No, they are. You know, with the previous show with those blankets, I think this will work really well to create those beautiful backgrounds. You know, like home decor elements as well.
Yeah.
So you know, there is a lot of different techniques, and sometimes it's nice to start the year with something different, something fresh, something that is a little bit, you know, just beautiful and gorgeous.
It's a great way of you expressing yourself through the dyes as well.
Exactly, that's a very good way, yeah. You know, you can, and I love how you can 3D the flowers, you can make them really plain if you want to. Add a little bit of, how you call it, the crystal glaze to the lips, so to get that gloss effect in there, the lips like gloss. Look at that. I just love that card by Victoria.
I've got to say good morning to Nina, who's emailed us in at the start of this show. She said, oops, I made a New Year's resolution to stop buying. But what can I say? It had to be done. These dyes are beautiful. I had to order them. Well, you've lasted a day, haven't you, Nina? But that's probably a day longer than most of us, so that's not bad. Yeah. Congratulations, you've got these. Happy New Year to you both, she says. Thank you. And back to you too. Right, OK, what's on the website then? It's got everything in the show. We've got the incredible Greek temple dyes in the show, which are on a special offer price. We'll go to those a bit later on. But they're all there. Everything that you can see here, and the sentiments. Enjoy, birthday, happy, blessed, cherished, dream. They're all there at great prices. So feel free to have a little look and order ahead of us if you'd like to. Look at the discount on those stamps there as well. They proved very popular this morning, those ones there. The delicate detail stamps, £21.91. And you've got the shutter dies. They've got a £50 reduction on them. There we are, look, those are the stamps, look. Great detail, great value, huge saving. And 5-star reviews as well for people who've already owned them. OK, let's have fun and let's decorate.
All right, yep. So shall we go with Ava, which is your favourite?
Eva.
Eva or...
So it reminds me, do you remember when Madonna played Eva Peron in Evita?
Ah, yeah, Evita.
And there was that Antonio Banderas, I think. Yes. Going, Eva! When I just saw her, that name, it just kind of stuck.
Yeah, but that's Eva, yeah, so that's F.
A bit of artistic licence, OK.
Yeah. This is like Ava, like Ava Gardner.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I don't know. It's just like
whatever.
Whatever. You know, but you can name them yourself. Give them personality, your own person, because you know they do have personality. These guys.
Well,
but
this reminds me of a friend of mine called Rachel.
Well, then it's
that's all right. That is my friend Rachel to a T.
Then it's Rachel. You know, it's whoever it reminds you of. This is who they are. So you have got here now. I just gonna die cut so you can see how gorgeous she is. Sultry look, like over the shoulder. That
Meg, my producer, she agrees with me. That's definitely Rachel.
Rachel, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we know, you know. So yeah, definitely. But it's. Now we're going to take the same die and I'm going to die cut it out of craft card, all right?
Yeah.
So craft card has got 2 tones so in the craft perfect one, so I'm going to go for the lighter one and then just put low tack tape because it's a smaller piece and then just run it through the tangerine.
So
now
they're great for paper piecing, but there's so many other techniques you can use on these dies. You can have some. I've never known Tonic do dies like this before. Is this something new for them?
Well, yes, it is because Tonic likes to, you know, I think it's very important for a craft company to bring different things and try, you know, like, because you know, Tonic, they have got the most amazing quality products. And then it's just, like, nice to try different styles as well because, you know, crafters, we like to try different styles as well, not just...
try different things.
Try different things, and, you know, you have got the confidence there of Tonic quality. Now, I just to make sure that I haven't lost the pieces, which I probably have. I think it's just that those ones are the ones that I wanted. Now, what we do in this one, what I already have done, is use a lighter color brown and cut it behind it to create the hair a little bit, you know, like a lighter tone. But you could do paper piecing if you wanted. This is a slightly faster way of doing it. Now, I'm just going to take my glue in here.
I wonder what she's thinking. The expression on her face, she looks as if she's about to say, hello.
Yeah, I think it's a hello sort of card. Sort of. And in this particular colorway, it really is very 20s, like Gatsby and, you know, that sort of, like 20.
A very Chicago,
so,
maybe?
Yeah, so you can layer that and add a little bit more dimension if you want it as well to give. But I'm just going to keep it like that. And then I'm going to take my tweezers and then I'm going to put there so you can see that. I'm going to give them a little bit of a tan by using the craft. So, and this. And that is how you get like a little...
Oh, I like it. Paper piecing, because the dies are so accurate. Every bit fits perfectly, like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, it does. And I may have to cut a little bit more because of the bit in here. I have lost it.
You could do almost like Warhol-esque art with this as well, couldn't you? Do it in funky colours.
Yeah, you could. Oh, that would be so cool to do like a pop-up art.
Pop art, yeah.
You know, my father in the 70s, he's an artist, and in the 70s he was a pop art.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And when I was back in Mallorca for Christmas, you know, he had, you know, we were like looking at his old painting, and you are absolutely right.
I love pop art.
Some of his, he did a beautiful portrait of one of my grandmothers as a pop art, and it was just stunning. And it is very... It's true, it's very reminiscent of that sort of...
I've noticed as I'm getting older, I'm getting more interested in colour and bright colours, which is worrying a few of my friends and family. They go, are you having a crisis, midlife crisis? Are you sure you want to wear a shirt that colour? Yeah, I do, actually.
Of course, you should be able to do it. I don't know if that's the right one.
Some of the shirts I have ordered are a little bit way, but you may see some one day, if I'm allowed to wear them on the television.
Oh, yeah, you should. Well, as long as it doesn't send the camera funny thing.
Wonky.
Wonky. So you can see how quickly and easily I have done that paper piecing in there. And I like to do the cheeks, you know, I have done them already. A little bit of a blush, but with a little bit of a sparkle. Just a little bit in there with a dry brush. And I'm using the glitter marker, and this one is from the Ember Glow. Set, and as you can see, that it just has a little something in there.
Makes it look healthy.
Yeah. And then we are going to take taking the dies, individual dies, we can die cut them out of the same card, and you can see that it has embossed a little bit of the detail in there.
So, you know, don't think of these as just being facial dies or figurines, because you've got lots of dies that work in with them, like the flowers. The butterflies on one of the other ones, which is the mariposa, which is Spanish for butterfly, and the feathers as well. So let's just show you, while you're just paper piecing there for a second, I'll just show you the boards again, because all of these are totally usable away from the figure. When you don't want to use the face, you've got the butterflies, which are really useful there. You've then on this one got the flowers that are really useful on that one, which you, again, in different sizes can layer up to make them three-dimensional. Then you've got the feathers on Eva that we're using at the moment. And then, lastly, you've got these beautiful star-shaped flowers. Again, you can use those separately. That's on Jasmine. So, yeah, all of those components are useful every day, but I think you'll be so hooked on decorating them, colouring the hair, putting embellishments on, adding real feathers if you want to, adding fabric, adding embossing powders, pop arting them if you want to, make them really kind of way out, and put them in frames, put them on the wall. They look fantastic.
Yeah, they would. It's one of those sets that is really they have a lot of character, but also you know, because of all those little elements that are so usable and they are so pretty, and they just you know, like they're so three-dimensional.
It's a great card.
You know,
great colour.
It is. Thanks to Alison at the the head office, who is so talented. And there we have. Now I was going to do seriously. I was going to put the glitter underneath it, but my brain sometimes. And I'm going to put it on top. Now, it's better to do it underneath it, or what you could always do is do it like I'm going to do at the end. Just put it like that. Don't worry about it too much. And then just take this a second. Well, I like that. It looks quite nice as well.
It does.
But I'm just going to take the one that I die cut at the beginning of the hour, and then just trim it off. Just trim it off like that, and then just take it out. And then I have got these little, how you call it, headdress element.
Or tiara, is it?
Tiara, yeah. And then just put it on top, and then it would be nice.
Ah, I like it.
So it's just a little bit, and actually I kind of like that it's a little darker, so it kind of shows a little bit subtle.
Does the Nouveau act, when it dries, does it act as like a glue? Or do you have to put glue on it?
I would put glue as well. Okay. It will add a little bit as a glue, but not completely, not enough to hold it in there.
Now, the lady that we're decorating at the moment is Ava. She is available individually if you'd like to have her on her own. She's only £12.99, but remember, to get the set of 4, that's where you save the most money. But we'll put the details up for Ava for you, if you want her.
So to add the sentiment, what I'm going to do is, well, and if I have got these lovely feathers that I'm going to put as well.
Was that the feather dye using glitter card?
The glitter card, yeah. If you're using the glitter card from Craft Perfect, you can use. If you don't have that, or you want to, you don't have the right color glitter card, what you could do is use the, if you use the glitters, and then use double-sided adhesive sheet.
Right.
And then I cut it, and then just sprinkle the glitter that you like to use on top.
Now, these words, Dream, by the way, is in one of our sentiment collections, and they're coming up on the screen as well. They've got a great discount attached to them too at the moment. And in that set, you've got Enjoy, Birthday, Happy, Blessed, Cherish, and Dream. That's not the right one. This one that's coming up next is the right information. It's called Celebration, so you've got Enjoy, Birthday, Happy, Blessed, Cherish and Dream for $23.34. Saves you $15.60, and that's got the word Dream in it, if you would like those.
Oh, you're grabbing my glitter accents in rather than my... and I'm just going to put it in here, like the glitter ones, to create even a more, more fabulous, even, headdress, which actually, like...
I reckon that was her New Year's Eve outfit. Yeah.
I did have a hat on. But
did you?
Yeah.
What sort of hat?
It was, it was a hat, actually, that, funnily enough, I did for one of my books, The Day of the Dead, so, which is, the celebration, the Mexican celebration, and it was a hat, a top hat, yeah, yeah. So with some flowers. So I removed the skull, so it was just a New Year's Eve.
That's amazing. Top hat, I can imagine that on you.
Yeah, top hat. Well, it wasn't unproportionate, like it was a little bit, it's not a very, very tall one, otherwise it would be unproportionate and it would look like the girl behind, underneath the hat. But it was, yeah, it was nice. It was nice to go to somewhere where people were dressed up and... It
was a very boho New Year, wasn't it, really?
It was very, and this is perfect because they are like boho girls.
They are.
And so it reminds me of, yeah. And then I'm just going to do the glitter accents and put a little bloop in there.
There she is. That's our first card, and I think you'll agree, lovely. She's called Ava, that one, but you can name her whatever you like. And she's part of our first collection from Tonic today. We weren't sure how popular these would be because they are relatively different and quite, quite unusual and modern and contemporary for Tonic. You've loved them, and you're loving them even more. The more we demo with them, the more you love them. So we're really pleased. We thought you would, but you never know when it's something new. Now, Ava on her own, if you'd like her, there she is, look. And remember, the feathers are separate dyes. They all work together really well, but you can, of course, cut as many feathers out as you like. There's no rules with these. You can make her blonde, you can make her redhead, you can make her dark, brunette, whatever you want to. You can decorate her however you wish. £12.99 for Ava, 543250 is your item number. The sentiments that we used, of course, the word dream was in... There we go, the 6 die sets. There we are. Look, 384148. So that is 23.34, down from 38.94. You've got Happy, Birthday, Enjoy, Blessed, Cherish, and Dream. Dream's the one we used. All in the same font as well. 23.34. Now, here are the 4 ladies. This is our main offering, but we have got lots of other dice to show you soon. But these are, I think they're amazing. They really are. And if I just show you again, lots of you wanted to see the dies on their own, or what they're like. If I turned... We take them out of the packaging now, so I can actually do that, which is really handy. So those are the sizes that you're looking at. That one is Ava that we just used, so I'll show you another one. This one is Camellia, and she has got... or can be quite tropical, maybe quite tribal or Hawaiian as well, maybe, with all those wonderful feathers. So you can, again, decorate her hair however you wish. So that's Camellia. The next one, down here, it's got the glasses on. They can be clear glasses, they could be AB-coated mirror card glasses, whatever you want to do with them. There could be different coloured lenses. Mariposa, which is Spanish for butterfly. That impressed Paola earlier, I knew that. I'm impressed myself that I remembered it, to be honest. And all these butterflies are absolutely separate dies, so they're all individual. It's easier for me to show them to you, actually, on the magnetic sheet. Because if I just grab the magnetic sheet, there we go, look, if I tilt it towards the camera, look, see? So all those dies are completely separate. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 butterflies that are completely independent of the main die itself. And that one is Mariposa. And then the last one just down here is Jasmine, and she's got those, they could be poinsettias actually, they're kind of pointed flowers that could be really any flower you want them to be, and again they are completely separate, they just are coming away from the main die as well. They are great. £12.99 each, that should make them £51.96, but today you're getting them for £34.96, and on FlexiBuy that means you're only spending £17.48 today. No P&P to pay if you're a Freedom member. So for £5 more than what one set should cost you could get all 4 of them today, plus, of course, the final FlexiBuy payment in 4 weeks' time. If I just grab some of the other cards that we've not shown you so far this hour, look at these. And this could be black enamel or embossing powder. It could be black mirror card, whatever you wanted it to be. These, I think, are using the sparkle pens that are giving you that fantastic glisten to the flowers. This is Ava once again, but done in a different colour way. Really glamorous with the black and the grey. Really lovely.
I love that sort of sultry look, but you can make it a really kind of bohemian hippie if you want it. So you can make it very 20s, very kind of sophisticated, or very kind of free carrying.
Very kind of Carnaby Street.
Yeah, very Carnaby Street. I love that one. Yeah, and the glasses can be sunglasses, it can be reading glasses, it can be, you know, for a lot. Well, I know that is the typical a librarian. You know, that sort of. My new neighbour is a librarian, so I think that sort of card would look really nice for her.
And that was the one that you did in the 7 o'clock show this morning.
But also, I think this one is, well, all of them, you can make them look like a little girls or, you know, grown-up women. It's just that they have got that perfect faces. Whether you want to go really mixed media, very layering, very kind of glittery and metallic, whether you want to go tropical, whether to Caribbean.
Well, that could be Bali, couldn't it?
Oh, that's true. That's really nice. Yeah, that's one of the silhouette dyes in the background as well. So see, Tonic mixing and matching dyes and works really good.
We are incredibly busy for these. Over a third now of the stock gone. We started the show with 25%, and that was from just our 7 o'clock show this morning, so we had a really busy first hour live of the day today. If you like yours, there's still plenty to go around at the moment, but a third of the stock has gone, with consistent people on the phones and on the website ordering them. They are different from Tonic. They're new, they're exciting, and the great thing is with things like this, like with fashion and so on, you can make it up as you go along. You can put all sorts of things in their hair. You can make them as psychedelic and as funky and as pop art as you want them to be. You can make them as monochrome as you want them to be. It's up to you. £34.96, 217 739 for all 4, and on 2 FlexiBuys of just £17.48. Really amazing value. Right, now, we've also got some other fantastic dies that you can mat and layer with. You can create wonderful frames with as well. Now, these are beautiful and the value is amazing. You're getting, if I start with this one to start off with, this one is going to create the most incredible easel card. Now, if I just show you there it is. But how often have you had the chance of actually ordering the die that makes the shape? There's no cutting. There's no measuring. Basically, the outline of this die will cut out the most elaborate easel card design, which means you get a perfect easel card every time. And we've got one here to show you what it looks like. Thank you very much. There it is, look. And then you can use as many or as little of the decorative frames to decorate your easel card. You can even put the bow, if you want to, that comes in the set of dies as well, on the front, and use that as the stopper. How cool is that? But you can use the bow completely separately as well.
You can, or you can make, you don't need the beautiful layering dies inside the easel one. They just make the most gorgeous little cards. Well, not that little, actually. So you have got that ability to create easel cards, but also what about boxes in there as well. So you have got all the versatility, all that intricate detail from Tonic.
And then on this side, you're getting this huge collection of dies as well. This is amazing detail in here. It really, really is. You've got how many dies in this one?
That will be 19 in that one.
19 dies, wow.
19 dies. So
that little die in the middle could be a tag, couldn't it? It could be a little sentiment tag. But then it goes up to the biggest die that you can see here, which is fantastic. You would need to have a relatively large die-cutting machine, an A4.
Yeah, an A4, yeah, for both of this side. Well, the easel creator, I believe they would go through a you know, a medium size, but, you know, you want to have a larger one for the larger one.
And if you're using all the elements, look at what you can do. I mean, they've been layered perfectly flat, so you can put it in an envelope easily, but if you're not actually posting the card, then why not put your foam pads or your 3D glue gel there and give it a really amazing dramatic dimension? That would look incredible, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's the layering, it's the reason. But look at that, you can go a little bit more simple because they are versatile, which meaning that there is individual dies that will cut it out of the card, all four sides, and there are those dies that have got that intricate that will cut it into creating an aperture. So all that lace work basically. So you can choose whether, like you were saying, creating an invitage, so it's like cutting into, like it's dimensional around the frame, or you wanted the little sentiments to stand up, like little tag sentiments.
Yeah, it could be kind of pyramid style going up or inverted going in. It's up to you. Or just making frames. Really lovely. Now, when you work it out, on the Freedom price, it works out to £1.32 per die, which is crazy value. It really, really is. For tonic quality, and you get both. So even if you're thinking, well, I like that one, and I could give that to my friend because you know, they haven't got that, I have, or whatever. But split it if you want to. But 730637 gets you both. Gorgeous quality. And there's Flexi Buy as well. So our Freedom Flexi would be £22.49 today, including your P&P, of course, because you're a Freedom member. If not, £24.99 plus your postage if you're not a Freedom member. But it pays to be a Freedom member. I'm sure many of you who maybe haven't been Freedom members before are realising it pays to be in the Freedom Club. Just £6.97 for a month's membership, and that takes care of all of your standard postage for 4 weeks and other benefits, of course, as well. Now, the next set of dies, I must admit, one of these is probably my favourite of last year. This has sold out so many times, but we've been able to get more stock in for you. This one here is my favourite. If you've got the square matting and layering dies, the standard straight-edged ones, these square matting and layering dies here, these ones that are just behind, all of these literally pick up where the smaller set of matting and layering dies left off. So you can really go to town with your matting and layering. But then you've also got all these other decorative dies, which are stunning, just there as well. And what I think I like about it more than anything else is this pattern, this B and this D, which is so unusual, and it's like a different take on a Greek key, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
it's I think it's the Doric style or Ionic. I always get them confused, the two simpler ones. But yeah, you know, but it's that architectonic nature, and I know you like Greece, so you know, of course, it's kind of reminiscent. But you can make it just for frames. You can just use elements in there, matting and layering. As you were saying, it picks up from the smaller square layering sets. So you have got, you know that you have that precision matting and layering. And of course you can use it, you know, just use it as a matting and layering for a main focal point, different, whether you are using the Greek one, or well, the Greek sort of architecture inspired, or that beautiful vine elements. They are versatile as well, so you can cut it out of the card completely, or, you know, into the card if you want to.
And they can be diamond shaped as well as square if you want them to be. And don't forget, you also get the fantastic English picnic, I think it's called,
yes,
as well, which is the rectangular version with trellis detail and floral cutaway details as well. And again, if I flip these around, look at the size and the quantity that you get. These work in the same way as the squares, in that if you've got the rectangular matting and layering dies, the basics ones, these pick up from there where they left off. So you've got a scalloped edge, a straight edge, scalloped edge, straight edge. It alternates all the way on the way out, and all these wonderful decorative frame dies, they all nestle together beautifully for amazing cards.
Yes. And it's a beautiful small scallop, and I think that's very important. Now, if you want to create your blank cards using the smaller scallop edge around it, you look at the beautiful intricate detail, perfect for like toppers because you have got that rectangle in there, so for like bold sentiments, creating those beautiful frames. And you know, smaller little things. So you can do it as a frame in the front one, or just put the topper on the top.
So don't think, oh, I don't usually use dies that big. Well, maybe not, but occasionally you'll want to. But the other smaller dies, you can make smaller cards with as well.
Or using the Verso dies that cut into the card, and I just use them at an angle and to create that pattern in the background. So it's not really like matting and layering. I'm creating the background. The card itself is like cut with the scallop edge, and then just just using that Verso dye in the background.
Fab. Well, you're loving everything in the show, which is really good news. Thank you for tuning in today. We're with you for the next, 30-odd minutes with Tonic, and there's another show later on this afternoon as well. Let's, though, remind you of the website and everything else that you can still go for. We've got some other items if you want to have a little look at these. You'll find them at hochanda.com. But these are other items that are in the show. We've got our ribbon and bow swirling frame dies. $49.98 is the reduced price of those. They've saved you £21 if you buy them today. And they're on Flexi as well, so they're $24.99 today and $24.99 in 4 weeks' time. 674188. And then the other sentiments that we got for you, we showed you the ones that were kind of occasion with enjoy, birthday, happy and so on. This one is inspiration. This has got inspire and you've got faith, hope, peace and love. All of those for £23.34. 952494, all 6 sets. But the main focus is the boho ladies that we launched at 7 a.m. this morning. I just think they're great. They really are great. You can have so much fun decorating them, changing their hair, decorating them in lots of different ways with embellishments, fabric, feathers. You know, it's no holds barred. You can emboss them, use embossing powders on them. Just play with them because they are just very flamboyant characters. Whether you're thinking 60s, whether you're thinking Hawaii or the Caribbean, whether you're thinking like Chicago, the musical, that sort of era, they're just great. They're fun, they're funky, and they're $34.96 for all 4. But remember, when you've got the die, all the kind of decorative elements like the leaves, or sorry, the feathers in this case, they are completely separate dies. So you can play around with those and use them in other projects as well. Now, we had a question, evidently, from Mary. Hello, Mary. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. She said, I bought the set this morning. Can you cut some of the lines away on the face without it falling apart?
Oh, that's a good question. So, for instance, it depends which one. So I'm going to show you, for instance, I know Jasmine, which is the one that has got, well, one of the ones who has got flowers in there and her hair, the one that has got the eyes closed. Yeah. Or I call it the, you know, Oriental, because it kind of reminds me of like geisha as well. This one, if you can cut it, the only problem is that the nose would fall off. Right. So the lips are attached from the bottom, but the I'll show you what I mean. So basically, if you trim that line here, that would be fine because that's attached with the glasses in here. But then the mouth, if you trim it all completely, that would fall off. If it does. So what you wanted, if you wanted to, but if you attach it to the cards, you can trim it. You know what I mean? It's like you don't need to cut it in one piece. I'm going to show you what I mean in a second. Let me do it.
We'll show you what we mean.
Yeah, because basically, in Camellia, which is the one I'm using, in this particular one, where's my scissors gone? Here. Oh no, there. These ones are the little ones. Now, in Camellia, I could actually trim that line in there, but actually, you know, but I think it kind of gets the cheek a little bit more. Now, if I do here, Jasmine, what I would do is I would trim the hair, trim it here and here, but keep the nose. So then, with tweezers, I would put the nose, attach it into the card. Right. I don't know if that's clear enough, but I'll try to either later to this show or in the 4 p.m. that we have. I'll try to demonstrate how to do that. So basically, the short answer is yes, you can, but you will have to put the nose individually. Right. Okay. You know, if you know what I mean.
Thanks for the question. Hopefully we've answered it okay for you.
Sorry, I did a very long, winded answer. It wasn't a straight, you know, yes or no question. But so now I have cut Camellia out, and Camellia is this beautiful profile lady in there. So now if we layer her onto dark brown cards, then you have got suddenly her complexion. But of course you can make it any complexion you wanted. So if you wanted a darker skin tone, you can do that. If you wanted a lighter one, you can do that. You know, it's up to you. You can give her a tan if you want. You know, any of these girls can have a tan. Any of these girls can be, you know, olive skin tone like myself. Or they can have pale as, you know, an English rose. So it's up to you. Or a geisha, you know, it's like... Now I put a little bit too much glue, but not to worry because it dries completely clear, so it's not too...
I think all of them are multinational, really, aren't they? They could be from any country in the world.
And well, I mean, I think nowadays, anyway, we live in a multinational sort of world, and you know, everybody. But that's the thing. We want to have the die cutting allows us to have that sort of personalized look. You know, like you can make it as whether you want to make her to have blue eyes. You could always use the Nuvo crystal drops. So you use the white one, and then just put a little bit of the blue on top of it, and then you will have blue eyes. You know, it's just a little bit of everything.
And also, because you're getting all these extra dies with each of the figurines, with each of the figures, you've got butterflies with the Mariposa, you've got a couple of flowers in different shapes and sizes, and the feathers as well. All of those you can use on so many other cards that are completely nothing to do with the figures, with the faces. But they come into their own, they really do. I just think they're wonderfully imaginative, and you can have so much fun with them. Each figure, each face can be totally different tone, totally different hair, totally different design.
And you can add texture if you wanted. You could do a little bit of, you know, the flowers, because they are more of a core shape, the flowers. So you could cut the flowers. Not the faces itself are very intricate, therefore are not, you know, it's just for paper and card. But the flowers or the feathers, because they are kind of more simpler shapes, you can then cut them out of, you know, say like something like fabric or like thin cotton and so.
Well, you know, I said we were busy. We've got 2-minute queues on the phones. That's how busy we are. So apologies if you're in the queue. You'll get answered soon. Hochanda.com, never a queue there. If you want to order it via the website, that's a very good way of doing it. The same offers are on the website as they are on the phone, so you can still get them for $34.96 and on FlexiBuy as well. And remember, if you're a Freedom member, which we'll tell you more about in a minute, you don't even have to pay the postage because that's taken care of by being a member of the Freedom Club.
So what I did I have die cut Camellia a second time, this time using these beautiful green cards. I love green cards. So I die cut, and then I cut just the leaves. And then I'm just going to cut the leaves in here. And that shows the intricacy of these dies. Tonic, renowned for it. You know, like, there it is, the lid there. And then I'm just going to cut those bits in there. So then when I layer the flowers on top of it, I'm going to make it a little bit more
I mean, if you
tidy.
love dressing up, if you're interested in hair design, if you're interested in fashion and makeup and that sort of thing, you'll have fun, or whoever you buy these for will have absolute fun putting this all together. Making them look as if they're from different cultures, wearing different things.
Sometimes we want something a bit different, a little bit more, you know, exotic. Sometimes we wanted to make it a little bit, you know, from the 70s, or something like, you know, the 20s, you know, the beautiful glittery times of the Great Gatsby. Or, you know, you want to far away, like, you know, I know quite a few people that like opera, and, you know, one of the favorites is Madame Butterfly. What about making beautiful jasmine into, you know, that sort of colors?
Or Mariposa. She could be Madame Butterfly.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or so if somebody likes festivals, you know, making cards for that, like, you know, there's so many different ways of using them. And of course, most importantly, you know, it's just that are so much fun to create cards that they have got character, you know, and you can imagine that when you're putting them together, you kind of imagine, oh, you know, what life they, you know, what are they thinking, who they are going to see. Oh, my hot glue gun has been unattached, and now it's cold.
You're unplugged.
It's not hot.
Your hot glue gun's cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me just shake that bit for it again. So you can see how it's taking place. All those leaves that I you know, cut in there, and I'm just gonna glue those bits in there. I'm just going to put maybe that one in here. And I'm going to die cut that one out of the yellow. So see, well, I'm going to be naughty. And then I'm just going to put a couple of dies through the machine. And then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them both to the paper and the mat. So when I'm running through them, that should hold them in the same place. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is that you don't want to put two dies unattached through the machine, because they can move and overlap each other, and when that happens,
they're rhubarbed.
Yeah.
as
Jody says.
Rhubarb dyes are not good.
Well, yeah, they means that they won't cut because they will flatten the edge that cuts. And it's...
You don't want that.
You don't want that.
No.
You don't want a dye that doesn't cut.
Are you going to be using these for cards? Are you going to be... have you been looking for designs that maybe a younger girl in the family or a younger girl who's a friend of yours would appreciate? Or maybe you're the young person and you're thinking, well, you know, crafting's not for me, it's not kind of trendy enough. I think these are really kind of quite contemporary if they want to be. You can make them traditional, like you were saying, very kind of Gatsby-ish, the 20s and 30s, but equally you can make them very kind of up to now. I mean, I looked at that dye earlier on and thought Paloma Faith.
Yeah,
you know, the pop
exactly,
star.
yeah.
She's very flamboyant and wears lots of things in her hair and so on. So, yeah, it's traditional and contemporary at the same time.
It's one of those dyes that is you can make it, as you were saying, very traditional. If you want it, very pretty, very layered, very like the first cards that we did early on. You know, it's just very traditional. Or you can make it really modern, funky for those teenagers that we have got. You know, we all know, and you know, we have to make them something that they're going to resonate with them. Now, we are going to put some. So I'm going to put the crystal drops, and then I'm going to put the centers of the flowers using crystal drops in here, and there it is. Now for the eyes, I would like to put a little bit of, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do the yellow.
Crystal drops in the eyes, why not?
In there. And when it's dry, what I will do is with a permanent mark pen, I will just draw the iris of her.
I think she's gorgeous. She really is lovely. And, you know, this may remind you of a holiday somewhere far-flung, because it is very exotic.
Yeah.
It could be very Caribbean or Bali, maybe. If you've ever been, like, well, I've been lucky enough to do a couple of cruises in my time, and, yeah, people that welcome you to their island and that sort of thing. It reminds me a little bit like that, where they hand you garlands to put around your neck.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
If somebody's going off on a cruise, if somebody is, like, for instance, well, I know, but what about giving somebody a hint that they should take you on a cruise or a holiday, you know?
Happy birthday, by the way.
By the way, yeah, exactly. That's the or a holiday, you know, it doesn't need to be like a cruise, you know, anything. And I'm going to put her on foam pads, so I'm just going to take the foam pads. Now, I did, of course, I've done the crystal drops. I should have done the last thing you do, but you know me, I always get like, I see pretty things and I need to use them there, and that way. I
just think it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, if you have been crafting for a long time and you've done lots of the traditional dyes, you've done lots of the themes that we've had before, this is something new for Tonic. It's brand new for 2018. It's something I've never seen Tonic do before, and it's something that is going to maybe ignite that passion that maybe has gone out a little bit. Maybe you think, oh, I get bored doing the same things all the time. I get bored doing just flowers or just landscapes or just certain things. This is fun. You can change the colour of the skin, change the colour of the hair, make them look way out, make them look traditional, make them look 20s, 30s, whatever you want to do with these. And there she is, finished.
Yeah, well, it's not quite finished. I'm going to show you. If you ever have these sorts of cards and they don't stand up, what you need to do, and this is thanks to Alison from the head office, this is 2 inches, so that would be 4 inches, fold it in half, and then just 1/4 of an inch, and that creates little kind of a stopper cards. And then what you do is you add it in the top, that flap that you have created, and then that flap in there. And what happens is, let me show you the finished one. There it stands.
Love it. It's like a cameo now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You know, that's a very good point. That profile look, yeah. It's very,
let me just show you another one that's the same dye, but done in a different way. Look at how she looks there. So you can colour her in, you can add facial features to her if you want to, rather than keeping her as a silhouette. It's entirely up to you, but that's another way of doing it, and that really does look like a Balinese sunset as far as I'm concerned. And look at all the flowers in the hair as well. So lots of ways of using them. You can obviously, of course, paper piece, as we were showing you in the earlier show. If you want to see that show back, it was a 7 o'clock show this morning, so you can watch that back on Rewind if you want to see it again. Now, we're very busy also for our easel cards creator, which has got a freedom discount on it. So have a little look at this one. It's the Victorian frame layering dice, 34 dies in total. Is what you've got. There we are, there they are. And you've got the bow on there as well, but it's the outside edge of the one on the left that gives you the template to make the easel card. So if you struggle with measurements for that and scoring for it, that die will do it all for you. And you've got a total of 34 dies. Beautiful. Now, that has got freedom discount on it, so that means that with a freedom discount price, it means that you save extra money, but you also, with everything that you buy if you're a freedom member, don't have to worry about the postage. All your standard postage is paid for and taken care of by being a freedom member. Simple as that. Unlimited standard delivery, that's for the whole month of your membership. Members discounts, which we just showed you one. Members badge, that comes in the post as well, and monthly newsletter, all for just £6.97 for 1 month. You can opt in and opt out of it as often as you like. 888 is the item number if you'd like to order that today. That's order it like an item and you'll then instantly get freedom membership, and for the whole month of January you don't have to worry about postage costs, even on craft price drop as well, which is 4.95 P&P. You don't have to worry about postage on those shows either, so well worth becoming a Hochanda freedom member. Now, the boho ladies that we've got for you, here they are, all 4 of them, with, remember, the added bonus of having all those extra dies that aren't attached to the main die. And the benefit of that is you can use them independently. So if I just reach down below to show you here, there we go. Now, if I just move that back, there you can see. Those flowers are completely separate to the main headdress, so you can do all sorts of wonderful things and play all sorts of effects with those dies there. So they're all completely separate. So you've got all 4 of them. What are you doing down there? You've got all 4 of them. So at the top here you've got Ava. Ava. You've then got this one, which is Camellia. There's Camellia. Not Camilla, but Camellia. Then down the bottom, we've got Mariposa, sorry, with the butterflies, and then the last one just there is the Jasmine. Now, they are all on the website at £12.99, but, of course, if you buy a few of them, then you may as well buy the whole set of 4, because you get 1.5 of them as a bonus, as it were, because you get £17 knocked off the combined price. And it's also on FlexiBuy, so for just £5 more than what you'd spend on one set, really, or less than that, you're getting all 4 today, and then you pay the final FlexiBuy payment in 4 weeks' time. Nearly 40% of the entire stock of these has gone. They launched today. They're brand new for 2018, the Tonic Boho Beautiful Complete Die Collection. Let's show you a few more cards. Let's go and reach a few more that maybe you've not seen very much of. Let's have there's a couple here that we've not shown properly. So here we are. There is, what was her name again? I always forget her.
That was Jasmine.
Jasmine. There's Jasmine, just cut out in white cardstock, but a real feature has been made of the flowers in the hair. Really gorgeous. Then we have Ava, this time done in, again, white cardstock with pastel shades for her face and her eyes, so you can colour the face in if you wish to. Very beautiful and very different to other images that we've seen of her, like this one, where she was paper-pieced earlier on by Paola. Then we had this one, which I think is very 60s. I really do, with the glasses and the butterflies, very Carnaby Street. Then you have same image, but this time done with gold and silver mirror card. That could also be gilding flakes, maybe, that's been used on there, I think. You could emboss it using your embossing powders. And this is Ava again in a more monochrome. I love that, actually. I think it's one of my favourite images. Like that, in the grey and the black, and the fawn for the skin. Lovely. They're all great. I haven't got a favourite, really. They're all lovely. They really are. All 4 of them with a £17 discount if you order them now. Oh, the website, quickly. Have a little look at the website, because that will show you everything and show them individually as well. If you want to pop anything into your basket, just click where it says in the pink Add to Basket. That puts it in there for you. Check out, and that confirms your order. You don't need to talk to anyone, but if you want to, then give us a call. 01733 60 2000 is our phone number. Great. Right then. All
right, so we are going to be using Jasmine to create a slightly different way. So this time we are going to, I've taken a piece of white card that is just over 5.5 inches, more or less a square. And obviously that it would depend on the size of your card. As much as I could, I center it. You can see that it it's just about, I would say, just over 5 inches, Jasmine, in height, and about, I would say, just 5 inches in width.
Now, I reckon, although she's got flowers in her hair, because those flowers are kind of star-shaped, looking at that image then, it made me think of a cheerleader.
Yeah.
You see what I'm thinking? Because, you know, like American-style cheerleaders with stars and so on. So if you've got a youngster in the family that's doing that or is interested in that, that could be a really funky card for them.
Yeah,
The stars could be stars, not flowers.
That's a very good point. Now, with the white, so what we are going to do is we are going to keep the waist. This is what we want, is the waist, not the actual, you know, the actual thing. But of course, you can keep this for the next project. All right, so we have got that. And then what we are going to do is I'm going to put the die back here. And this is going to be approximately, right? So I'm going to remove the low-tack tape, then position it in the middle, and just use this as a kind of guide, because what I want it to have is that sort of more or less even around it. So that's about right in there. I'm going to put secure with low-tack tape. And then I'm just going to run it through the machine. Now, I have got one that I have die cut beforehand, and I think it's a little bit bigger, the waist. So this is a way of using the waist. If you want to not to throw anything away, if you have die cut her, just die cut her out of a square piece of card, and then you have got a frame mobility, right? So I have got this. So what I'm going to do is, I've got that one in here, so you can see it there. And then what you do, if you wanted to make a shaker card, and this is what I was doing down there because I've missed my piece of acetate, what you would do is trim a piece of acetate to be exactly the same size as the white piece of card and glue it with a double-sided tape. All right, but I'm not going to do that because I don't think we have got time, but you would have, if you have time, then you could do that, and then just put glitter in there. You can put sequins and so much more. All right, and see, I'm kind of using all those little bits, the waist, which is so nice to use waist, isn't it? That otherwise would go to the bin.
Yeah, I mean, really, there is no waste with dies like this because every aspect of it is beautiful, isn't it?
It is beautiful. So you just layer it in there. And now, more or less, it's straight. And if it doesn't if it just kind of shows a little bit, it's like a drop shadow effect in there.
I always think drop shadows look really effective.
They do. It's kind of, let me just make sure, concentrate for once and shut up, which is a lot of people would like that.
Not at all.
Yeah, so then you put it her like so in here, and then we have got the die cut that we have die cut it from there, and that's gonna go in here. So that's how we get the blue coming through.
Excellent. Yeah.
And then, so using
and it
waist.
all fits a treat.
Yeah, and if you wanted to, as I was saying, well, actually, I could do that. I could put the shall I put the double-sided acetate then?
Yeah, why not?
If I do have...
To make a shaker.
It's the shaker kit, yeah. All right, so then what I'm going to do is, this acetate is like that, so I'm going to take my tonic scissors in there, and then I'm going to put double-sided tape around here to make sure that it doesn't come off in there.
Those scissors are one of my favourite things. You'll find those on the website as well, the Tim Holtz tonic scissors.
Oh, they are so good.
They're brilliant.
They are brilliant.
They were our saviour over Christmas.
Oh, really? Wrapping presents?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, good. How was your Christmas?
It was great. Yeah,
Good.
6 days off. It was unbelievable.
Oh.
That hasn't happened in years, so it was really nice to have time off altogether.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it?
Yours?
Yeah, mine was, I went for 4 days to Mallorca. We had a really, really nice time, just chilled and, you know, with my parents.
It's your birthday's Christmas Day,
yeah,
isn't it?
it is. Oh. And funnily enough, my parents said, oh, you know, on Boxing Day, they said, oh, you know, that's birthday treat. Let's go to the Rafa Nadal Museum because he's from Mallorca. And so we went there, and he was there.
Oh, really?
And he's one of my absolute heroes, and I have to say, I didn't lose my, I thought that I would lose it, and I would behave like a manic little girl, but I didn't. I got so starstruck that I just looked at him and followed him a little bit, taking a picture from his bag, and...
You didn't stalk him?
I didn't stalk him, no.
Right.
So yeah, so instead of making a shaker card, yeah, I would have put foam pads, but I don't have foam pads with me. So I'm going to put her directly onto the acetate, so you can see the acetate coming through. And if I had the foam pads, then it would have that dimension. But you can see it there a little. There it is. Okay. All right.
Yep.
And then I just have got some flowers like had, and if you want to shape them, they do shape very well. And what you need is the foam pad and the floral shaping tool, and then just see how easily, then suddenly you have got beautiful shaped
Now, if
flowers.
you do want to come back with us to see more demonstrations from Paola and more ways of using these dies, 4 o'clock, make a date this afternoon. If you're not going to be in Record the Show, I'll be with Paola as well for that show between 4 and 5. And it will give you more ideas and inspiration as to how to use these incredible boho lady dies.
Yeah.
And by the way, next, we've got an hour of happy hour deals. Low prices on lots of goodies for 1 hour only. So if you can stick around until at least 1, it's going to be worth your while.
Okay, so that's that, and then we're going to put a little bit. See how easily they shape this. So that's why it's such a good value, these dies, because not only is the beautiful and unique faces, but you also have got those beautiful flowers that you are going to use time and time again, because they shape, they give you that beautiful flower effect, even for the center. Then and then a little bit of crystal drops in there, and then even the white one. I
Lovely.
like it.
There it is.
And how quick and easy that was, using the waste of a card.
Well, have fun. Order these today and have fun decorating them in loads, literally hundreds of different ways you can decorate these with different types of flowers, feathers, double-sided or adhesive-backed gemstones you could use on these, of course, as well. Because of the nature of them, they kind of span all sorts of genres, really. I mean, the lady down there bottom right with the flowers in her, or the butterflies in her hair, I think of that as like 1960s. The flower power era, but equally the one on the top left there, Ava, that could be 1920s. Very kind of Charleston-esque, Gatsby, that sort of thing. $34.96 gets you all 4 sets of dies, and that's important. It's not 4 dies, it's 4 sets of dies, because the feathers, the butterflies, and also the flowers are all separate dies which you can use in these projects and other projects as well. But have fun. Play around, paper piece with them. You know, we've shown you so many different ways of using these dies today. They are brand new, and they're unique and new from Tonic as well. Very popular they've been to, and we've got another show live at 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you want to see everything else that's in the show and all the prices, all the discounts, then you can go to hochanda.com. And don't forget, in the next hour, a whole hour of Crafters Companion goodies at happy hour prices, including 3 magazines with £150 worth of bonus items at an incredible price just for that hour. So that's on the way. Thanks, Paola.
Thank you.
See you at 4 o'clock this afternoon for more fun with Paola and Tonic. So yes, happy hour, as I mentioned, is on the way next, only for the hour though, so make sure you stay with us if you can. Spectrum Wild the Sparkle One Day Special is back at 1 o'clock, and Tando Creative here at 2 this afternoon.
Hi, I'm Dali from Dali Art, and I've been crafting for over 10 years, and I've actually just recently turned my passion of crafting into my business. I started off actually with doing canvases for mixed media, lots of interior design, and I've actually grown that passion and gone into mainstream in terms of stencils, dies and stamps. My collection is mixed media, East meets West, and a lot of this comes from my heritage. And I've also just collaborated with Pentart, and this gives me the products I need to enhance my stamps, stencils and die designs. Please join me for my shows here on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Bev, I'm from Be Crafty. We have been going for about 14 years, and 4 years ago we started designing and making our very own stamps just for you. All of our stamps are designed and made here at Be Crafty by my own fair hands, and we love using them for lots of different crafty projects. I love playing with our stamps and templates and getting as inky as I can, whether it's spraying or blending ink or stamping ink, paints, everything. We absolutely love it, and that's what we want to show you when we come to Hochanda, because we get to demo as much as we like, which is fantastic, so I can show you all the techniques that I'm learning too. So make sure you don't miss the Be Crafty shows on Hochanda.
Hello, yes it is good afternoon, midday, and welcome on the 2nd of January to a happy hour. That means that for 1 hour only, everything in this show is reduced. Some of the price reductions are crazy, but they're only going to be active until the end of the show. So you've got to get in quick, either on the phones or on the website, to bag these bargains. It's all Crafter's Companion, so you know you've got amazing quality products coming up, but unbelievable, real prices. We've got the website to show you as well, which has got everything listed. There it is. Shop ahead of us if you want to. If you want to stock up on your glue and your adhesive, we've got cardstock, we've got the gilding wax there as well. Happy hour prices only until 1 p.m. this afternoon. Now, I did tease you in the last hour that we've got actually a real opportunity to get 3 Crafters Inspiration magazines at a crazy price. And you know what Sarah does with Crafters Companion magazine? She always gives you some bonuses with the magazine in the hope that you'll try new things, like them, and come back for more in the future. It's her like advertising budget, as it were. And usually each magazine comes with about £50 worth of bonus goodies. Well, the good news is you're getting £50 worth of bonus goodies with each of these 3 issues. So your bonus goodies come to a grand total value of £150. Plus you get the 3 magazines. Look at the price. We've halved what we normally charge you for the magazines to $14.97. The fact that they are issue 14, 15, 16 is neither here nor there, because they're all independent project magazines that aren't dated. You know, you'll always reach for them for inspiration. There's 70 projects for inspiration in issue 14, same in issue 15, and very similar in issue 16. About 200 projects between the 3 magazines for mojo, for getting back your mojo. And all of these bonus goodies, I mean, I could spend the whole hour just going through what we've got here. Oh, you're over there, okay. You've got your embossing folders, you've got your dies, you've got your Build a Snowman dies, you've got the Build a Bird dies there as well. What would you pay for those? You've then got more embossing folders, you've got more edger dies, you've got a fantastic wood texture embossing folder there, which is fantastic. You've got some foil transfers that you can transfer onto whatever project you want to work on. And then you've got actually 6 CD-ROMs up here, because they're double CDs. One of the CDs gives you loads of inspiration and loads of printable papers and elements from some of the licenses that Crafters Companion have. And then the other CD usually is a tutorial. So you've got inspiration, and also you've got this is Sweet Treats, the CD-ROM for Sweet Treats. This one is inspiration with some of the franchises that they have the license for, and also on the other CD-ROM you've then got how to get the most out of Big Score, which if you haven't got it yet, you'll watch that and you'll want it. Then we've actually got more of the licenses as well. All of those are printable elements and printable backing papers, which you can print off again and again and again. And then you have a tutorial for how to get the most out of Spectrum Wire and Spectrum Aquas. So all of that has got a value. If you were to buy all of those things, and there's stamps down there as well, which I didn't see. All of those things have got a value of £150. Each one would normally come with £50 worth of bonus goods. So you're getting £150 worth of Crafters Companion goodies for £14.97, and all of these magazines as well. This is issue 16. Now, rather than spending the whole hour on this, let me just have a little flick through so that you can see all these inspirations. Look at this. All of this Flick through and you can see page after page after page of inspiration. Projects for all different parts of the year, whether it's Christmas, whether it's autumn, whether it's spring or summer, you'll find all sorts of inspiration in here which you can use for years to come. These are not magazines that you buy once, read and then throw away or put in the doctor's surgery. These are magazines that basically you keep onto and you put maybe in a filing cabinet or on like a rack or like a bookshelf or something like that, so you can reach for them for inspiration week after week after week. Beautiful images, beautiful ideas, and yours for £14.97, delivered for that price as well if you're a Freedom member, or just £2.95 delivery if you're not in the Freedom Club. But what an opportunity. You know, even if you've got some of these things, even if you've got issue 14 or you've got issue 15, get them again, gift them, because all the gifts, all the extra bonuses come in a cardboard box. The magazine is in there, all your bonus goodies are in there. So if you're looking for a really inexpensive but quality gift to give your crafting friends, lots of you collect them, I know. And if maybe someone's starting off with crafting and they don't really know what they're doing, they don't really know what to do, how to get different effects and how to achieve fantastic results. This is the way. Gift them one of these or a couple of them or all three of them. You've spent under £15. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. If we have any of these left at the end of the show, I'll be very surprised. 263 466. A lot of you now on the phones and on the website taking advantage. Even if you just take the bonus goodies, if you've already got the magazines, and split them as gifts for crafting friends during the year. To gift an embossing folder is a gift that's going to be needed and wanted and loved. To gift a couple of dies, great present. £14.97 to get £150 worth of bonus goodies and 3 magazines. Issue 14, 15 and 16. And top tip for you, issue 17 is not that far away. Are we able to kind of have a little look inside one of the issues? OK, not quite yet. OK, 263 466 is your item number, under £15. Now, other happy hour items only available at these prices until 1 o'clock this afternoon, then the prices go back to where they are. We've reduced the price of stick and spray and stick and stay by £4. Always a must-have in your crafting room, and we'll get these to you for just £9.98 plus your postage if you're not a Freedom member, or delivered for that price if you are. Now, stick and stay, or stick and spray, first of all, is a repositionable adhesive. The idea behind that is it's a bit like a post-it note. If you want to stick something down just temporarily, maybe a stencil or something like that, or you want to use them on the back of your stamps when you're putting them onto rocker blocks or acrylic blocks, then this is perfect. So it holds things in place, but it's not a permanent adhesive. Stick and stay, on the other hand, is the opposite. This will give you a little bit of time to position things if you get it in the wrong place. It gives you about 2 minutes of wiggle time, but then after that 2 minutes, what it will give you is a very strong bond, a permanent bond. And I actually put 2 sheets of cardstock together last week and left it for about 4 minutes, and when I tried to pull it apart, it tore the card. It doesn't, the glue is so strong, it actually tore the card physically. So that's your permanent stick and stay. This is your repositionable stick and spray. You're paying less today if you get them in this hour, just £9.98 the price, and that's 757,472, down from £13.98. Now, Nina cardstock, this is something that our Sheena always talks about, she raves about. We've got a choice of either the craft version of the Nina cardstock or the white version of the cardstock. 45 sheets of one and a different quantity of the other, if my memory serves me correctly. I think it's 48 of the white and it's 45 of the craft. I'm sure that's what it is. 48 sheets of white. There we are, look. 48 sheets of white and 45 of the craft cards. There we go. So this is the perfect cardstock to stamp onto. It really is superb. It's not craft card, it's a craft colour. That's what you've got from Nina cardstock. So if you've struggled to find a good quality cardstock that you can stamp on again and again and again, then feel free to go for these today. You'll be amazed. £9.97. What's the reduction on this? What is the price normally? £11.97 normally, so £2 off just for this hour, OK? And you'll get 45 sheets of white or 45 sheets of the craft or 48 sheets of the white. You choose whether you want white or craft, OK? 617717 is that item number. 617717. Fill your boots and take an extra couple of pounds off the price, only for this hour. Now, craft card is next, and this is different. You can see, although the colour is very, very similar, the actual texture of the Nina and the craft card is very different. So this is perfect for stamping on. You can still stamp on craft card, but the perfect stamping surface is the Nina. It really is. But craft card, everybody loves it, whether you're die cutting with it, whether you're using it as card blanks. It creates a lovely rural and rustic effect. And it is £14.99. This is 280 GSM, and you're getting 100 sheets of this quality craft card from Crafter's Companion. Now, what's the price reduction on this just for this hour? £4.99 down. So you normally get 50 sheets for... So you get normally 50 sheets for 2 50-sheet packs for £14.99. But it works out basically buy one, get one half price. So, OK, you should be looking at £19.98 actually for the 2 sets of 50 sheets. So it's 100 sheets, £14.99. You're saving £4.99 off what you should be spending. So, again, a quarter reduction in the price by getting it right now in this hour. 643614 is that item number if you would like to save basically a £5 off the price. Makes sense. Now, this show is full of crafting needs and necessities and essentials. And normally the essentials you don't find reduced. You really don't, because everybody knows that people go on the website, they'll find them. Oh, I've run out of that, I need that now. They'll place their order for it. And actually, talking of essentials that you run out of, that's why it's always a good idea to be in the Freedom Club. Because if you do run out of something, you need a pot of glue. You don't want to pay £2.95 postage for one thing to be delivered. So get your Freedom Club membership today, £6.97 for a whole month, 888, and then you don't even have to pay P&P on happy hour shows, on craft price drop shows. There's no P&P to pay on that either if you're a member of the Freedom Club. But things like this, your red liner tape, which is the super sticky, virtually unmovable. Each roll is 10 metres, and you're getting 3 rolls of 3mm, 3 rolls of 6mm, and 1 roll of 12mm. All of those rolls of tape have just got the most incredibly powerful adhesive attached to them. This is what you see our guests using all the time for construction, whether it's building boxes, whether it's making frames, whatever it might be. This is the ultimate in double-sided adhesive tape. That's why we call it the red liner tape, because it is, of course, a red. £11.99, and the price was, on this one, £14.99. So this is a £3 saving off the price. Normally £14.99. For this happy hour only, it's down to just £11.99. 996,097. At 1 o'clock, it'll go back to £14.99. Don't pay more when you don't need to. Now, another thing that I'm really fond of, I love these. Now, normally, these are £12.99, and they are on the one-day special show today, included in the one-day special. But because not everyone wants to go to the expense of having a big collection of the pens, maybe you just want to stock up on the clear overlay, then we've reduced them down from £12.99 to just £9.99 only for this hour. So you've got a £3 saving, which is basically about 30%, 28, 29% off the price. And these are bestsellers, so there's no real reason other than to give you a bit of a New Year treat to go for these, other than the fact that, you know, grab them this hour while they are reduced to under £10. And remember, these are the clear ones. So what the clear ones will do is they will give you a fantastic sparkle over the surface, basically, of any cardstock that you want to put it onto. If you've maybe done, let's say you've coloured in something with your alcohol spectrum wires, and you'd rather have a little bit of glitter going on over the top of it, this is what you need. It's completely translucent. Now, I've not actually used this one, so whether this one's been primed for me or not, I'm not quite sure. But what I can do is, if you look at this embossed black cardstock here, it's lovely, but it's very matte, it's very kind of dull, it's not much of a shine. But if I just go over the top with the sparkle pen, you can pick out certain elements of the design. The brush nib on these pens is so precise. It's a nylon Japanese brush that's incredible quality. Now, obviously, as it's going on liquid, it's going to be shiny anyway to start with. But as it dries, the actual glitter really kind of comes to life. It is not... it's not a coarse glitter. It's not a glitter that's going to be very abrasive or anything like that. It's completely shed-proof. It doesn't come off on your fingers. It doesn't come off on the dog or the cat. It doesn't come off on your clothes or the envelope. How many times have you received a card that's been covered in glitter and you've ended up covered in glitter when you've opened it out and taken it out of the envelope? I'm just kind of being a bit artistic, really, which is unlike me. I'm just kind of filling in a little bit of this. I'm just using this as a little bit of an enhancer. So let me just show you what I'm doing here. Now, if you look at the bottom of the cardstock, that now is starting to dry. That little area that I did a few minutes ago is starting to dry. That's how wonderful and how full of wonderful glitter this overlay is. And it's completely clear. It is a water-based product, so you can use it over other types of colouring. If you've got toppers, for example, that have been pre-printed and die-cut, like the card kits you can find on the market, maybe you just want to add a little bit of glitter to the top of a roof to make it look as if it's been snowing, or a little bit of an edge to a petal of a flower to make it look as if it's got dew on it, morning dew. That's how brilliantly effective these are. And look how it's made it really kind of pop off the cardstock. You've got 3 that are completely clear. And if you don't believe me, look, if I put it on my hand, there's no colour on that whatsoever. It's just a clear solution that evaporates, leaving behind it the smooth glitter. Now, that's probably going to be on my hand now for quite some time. I'll probably get some very strange looks in the supermarket. But it is just, it's brilliant. It's a brilliant concept. It really, really is. And there's no grittiness to it whatsoever. And I'll show you when I come back down the counter a little bit later on how to actually prime one of these, how to actually get it going. So you get a set of 3 for £9.99. They should be, and they have been yesterday, £12.99. But if you buy them in this hour only, we're knocking £3 off the price. And Freedom members don't have to pay the £2.95 postage either. So if you're in the Freedom Club, by buying them in this hour, you'll save yourself nearly £6 because no postage to worry about, £2.95 plus the £3 discount on the cost of the pens. That's not to be sniffed at. 920-619. Very busy phone lines. Our queues are now 1 minute long. Don't forget those magazines, £150 worth of bonus goodies with the Crafters Inspiration magazines. And by the way, issue 17 is not far away. OK? Now, what else have we got? 3D foam pads from Crafters Companion. Now, until recently, they didn't do foam pads, Crafters Companion. Everyone else did, but they didn't. And they thought, well, you know what? We want to do something about that. We see people struggle getting the backs off foam pads sometimes from different manufacturers. You will not struggle getting the backs off these foam pads at all. They are easy, they are simple. You can easily get your thumbnail or fingernail underneath them. Now you're getting, some of them are 3mm thick, some of them are 2mm thick, but what you're getting are loads of different sizes. It's actually easier to see the sizes of the pads if I turn them around that way. So here you've got rectangular. You've got big squares, which you can always cut down with good quality scissors. You've got more rectangles. You've got, there we are, smaller squares in different heights and different depths. So every type of foam pad you could want in every size you could ever wish for. They're big ones, look. Huge. Which, again, you can trim down. And that's just one sheet, I think. Oh, no, it's not, sorry. You do have, there we are, look, but they're rectangles. So there's loads on there, loads for your money. You actually get 20 sheets of them for £10.99. What's the happy hour deal? Down from £12.99 normally to £10.99. So you have got a £2 saving off something that's only normally costing you £12.99. Very busy for these. 961-384. 40% gone in this show. Wow. 40% of the available stock has gone. That's how quickly you're on the phones for these. These are crafting everyday must-haves. These are things, they're not the most glamorous things in the world. They're the unsung heroes. They get buried. They're hidden underneath the cardstock that you want to give height and depth to. But you know what? You need them. And why pay full price when you can get them at a discount price for a limited time? And that's what we're on at the moment. Only, how many minutes left? We've only got 45 minutes of the hour remaining. At 1 o'clock, the price goes up to where it should be. Now, another hero product of Crafters Companion, and one of my favourites well, of all time, really, is the gilding wax. I love the gilding wax. Don't buy it at full price. Wait until we get it at a special price. So now's the time to order it. Empire Gold is one of the golds. There are different shades of gold. Renaissance Gold's another one. Now, normally this would be £11.99. It is the closest thing to liquid gold I could ever think of. £9.99 for a full pot of Pebeo gilding wax. 30ml in there. Now, I know people that have had their jar for years and are still using it because, no joke, no word of a lie, you hear all the guest experts say you need the tiniest amount, and I'm going to prove that. I'm not even going to dip my finger in the pot. I'm just going to take a tiny amount of the gold, the Empire Gold, from the lid of this. It is like a souffle. It is like a mousse. That is even too much. Let me put a little bit of it back. That's probably more than enough for what I need. And what we've got here is embossed black card. And this is one of the embossing folders from the magazine. Now, if I just want to pick out something to make it stand out, let me pick out... I've got too much on there. Let me just scrape a bit more off. Let me just pick out a little bit of the tree that's just here. So all I'm going to do is literally kiss the black card with my finger. I'm not going to apply any pressure, because if I put too much pressure on, I'll then kind of ruin the effect of creating that 3D effect. But look, I put the tiniest of tiniest amounts on my finger, and let's just go over the top. Now, I can go right the way across this card. I might need a little bit more now, though. And I can then highlight so many of these trees. Let me just hold this up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? It's almost like someone's turned a light on. It's like the grounds of those houses have got illumination. And you can, when you've actually done it, you can buff it off. So that kind of makes it shine even more. But the tiniest amount is all you need. Let's go over this big tree here. Look at this. So if I put too much on, I'd end up just kind of making the whole card gold. I don't want to do that. I just want the trees to stand out. Look at that. Isn't that great? I love this product, I really do. And I've used the tiniest amount, and I can start to sing Goldfinger now. £9.99, a couple of pound off. It's something that once you've got it, it'll last you probably years, and that's not an over-exaggeration. It really will last you such a long time. If you've got an embossing folder, if you've got any embossing folders in your collection, in your craft room, then this gilding wax is really going to help it bring to life. And you can use it, just to prove a point, you can use it on white cardstock as well. Obviously on black it really stands out, but I'll just kind of prove a point here. You can, if you're wondering whether it will work on lighter cardstock, there we are, just a little bit picked out on the white. Yes, it works on white as well. It will work on craft card. You can use it on all sorts of surfaces. Make sure it's embossed or it's got some texture to it. Yeah, if you've got like the Hessian embossing folders we were doing recently, imagine that looking like spun gold, like gold thread. It would look amazing, wouldn't it? OK, so that is our Pebeo gilding wax, which is a little bit goes a long, long way. £9.99, reduced from £11.99, 310013. And by the way, you get it off your finger with a wet wipe, or just wash your hands under the tap and it will come away. OK, now, luxury cardstock. This works out at buy one, get one half price, OK? Now, what Sarah and the team at Crafters Companion have done, rather than you having to buy 3 sets of cardstock to get 3 different effects, she's put them in groups of 30. So what you've got are 10 sheets of glitter, 10 sheets of mirrored, and 10 sheets of satin cardstock, OK? £14.98 is the price, but you're getting 30 of each. So you're getting 30 red and 30 green, and 10 of the red glitter card, 10 of the green glitter card, about to say it, 10 of the green mirror card, 10 of the red mirror card, 10 of the satin in the green and red as well. And if I hold them up so you can really appreciate them, this is some of the best quality mirror card I've ever seen. Look at it. It is so reflective, it's so lively. Look at that. Then you've got what looks like sheet metal. Wonderful, luscious is the word that kind of springs to mind. That's your satin. Then you've got your glitter. Really beautiful. And again, this is non-shared. It's completely smooth. It's not coarse and rough to the touch. You can die cut this if you want to, no problem. So you get 10 each of those. Then you also get 10 of the same in the green. In the mirror card, which actually looks almost like a Sherwood forest green, really dark green, lovely. And then the green glitter card, stunning. £14.98 is the price. Now look, I can literally rub that on my reindeer shirt, and look, nothing. No shedding on there at all, nothing's come away, it's not on my hands, it's not on my fingers. So, and it comes also really well gift boxed as well. We haven't actually got the gift box here to show you, but it comes in 2 packs. So you're getting 60 sheets, 30 of the green, 30 of the red, in 3 different textures. £14.98 is the price if you'd like that today. And what was the, what's the reduction on that one? Oh, right, normally £19.98. So you're saving a £5 off the price, which is really good. And just to prove a point, if you're wondering about the gilding wax coming off your fingers, I've got a wet wipe, gone. OK, completely clean. So it comes off very, very easily. OK, now, let's move on to our glue collection from Crafter's Companion. Now, again, 3D glue gel is something they didn't do for a while. It only recently started a few months ago now, I suppose it was. So here we've got our Kalal 3D glue gel. This is what you can use in replacement of your foam pads. So if you want to have depth and dimension to your decoupage, for example, or for your matting and layering, then this is what you need. Your 3D Kalal glue gel is a hero product. It really is. Another hero product is the tape pen that's behind it. Now, Crafter's Companion were well aware that there were tape pens on the market, and there have been for many, many years. But the trouble was, some of the adhesive wasn't as strong as you'd like it to be. So what they set out to source and find was a very, very, very strong adhesive that would be suitable for their own tape pen. And Leanne made it a mission to make sure that she'd got incredibly strong adhesive, and that is what she's found here. And what you've actually got on here is 22 metres of extra strong permanent glue in a pen form. And it's very ergonomic, really easy to use, and everyone swears by these. So this is in this set as well. What should the price of this be? This bundle should be £15.96, so a £3 reduction only for this hour. So you're getting one of those 22-metre tape pens, a great way of trying that. You've then got your Kalal glue, and you've got your tacky glue as well. So your tacky glue is for mirror card and things like that, things that, you know, maybe you've got a shiny surface, anything along those lines. And anything along that line. Then you've also got your Kalal glue as well. Now, this is a one that an awful lot of you use for matting and layering, all your cardstock, and also not just cardstock, but also you can use it on fabric and things like that as well if you want to too. Multiple surfaces, plastic it's good on as well. So, yeah, a real great glue collection which you can try. You'll have your favourites, everyone does, but a very, very super strong bond from all of them. So the 3D Kalal glue, the Crafter's Companion tape pen, the tacky glue and the Kalal glue, you see all of them being regularly used here at Hochanda. The whole set of 4, only £12.96, a £3 reduction if you order during this hour, because at 1 o'clock today, the price goes up to where it should be. So if you order them at 1:05, they'll be £15.96 for that. Order them now, you get them for £12.96 and £2.95 P&P if you're not a Freedom member. If you are, don't worry about the postage. We've only got 35 minutes left on the hour before the prices go back up again. Now, the last item on the counter, before we remind you about those fantastic magazines, is Centura Pearl. This is, again, a quality product that Crafter's Companion really champion. They really are so happy to have. You've got royal blue, lilac, pistachio, and anthracite as well. Now, I don't think we've actually got the anthracite colour here. So we've got the lilac, the blue and the pistachio. The anthracite is a very light grey, so we'll get that sorted for you as well. There are 40 sheets here. You get 10 sheets of each colour, but the anthracite is like a light mercury colour, basically. But look at what Centura Pearl achieves for you. Look at this. The blue, the lilac, the green, that's the pistachio, remember. Wonderful, wonderful sheen coming off that. And remember, it's a coated cardstock, but it's got that look of sheet metal. It can die cut absolutely perfectly. You've got a reduction. The usual price, look, £11.96. It's down by a couple of pounds to £9.96 for 40 sheets. So you get 4 colours. We're just getting the other 4th colour sorted for you. But you're going to get 40 sheets in total, 10 of each colour. 10 of the lilac, 10 of the blue and 10 of the pistachio. Really different colours, actually. I remember when Centura Pearl first came out, and it was just like a hint of silver or a hint of gold. That's all that was there. Now, though, you've got defined colours, which are great, and reduced in price as part of this happy hour, only until 1 o'clock. All these prices will go back up at the stroke of 1 this afternoon. So you've literally got just over half an hour to take advantage of these prices. Whatever you do, give us a call quickly. The way to order, 01733 602,000. Also, you can order, of course, on the website, www.hochanda.com. The queues now have doubled. They're 2 minutes long, so apologies, but you will be answered within those 2 minutes. We've got the anthracite here, so thank you, sir. Let me show you. This is the 4th colour, OK? You get 10 sheets of this as well, so apologies. There it is. Just to recap. 10 of the anthracites, 10 of the lilac, 10 of the blue, 10 of the pistachio. That is your collection, 10 of each. So So the anthracite is like a silver, really. It's like a duller silver, a darker silver. £9.96, £2 off. Every penny helps. 261212, your item number. OK, now the magazine. Let's remind you of all those magazines that you can go. Issue 14, issue 15 and issue 16. 3 issues, 3 months issues together with £150 worth of bonus goodies, because every magazine always, with Crafter's Companion, comes with basically Sarah's advertising budget. She is a great believer, and I can see where she's coming from. Rather than putting adverts in the national press, playing adverts out on television, publicising the brand, she would rather you got hands-on and tried the embossing folders, tried the dyes, tried the inks or whatever it may be that she's actually producing for you. So she puts a £50 value of bonus goodies with each magazine, and each magazine's got on average about 70 projects inside it as well. So today you're going to be getting 3 magazines with over 200 projects. She's going to be giving you £150 worth of bonus goodies as well for £14.97. Now here I am to tell you a little bit more about what you can expect to see in one of those magazines, issue 16.
Crafter's Inspiration, the all-in-one craft magazine brought to you by Crafter's Companion. Inside this winter issue, you'll find lots of fantastic festive designs to create using your craft kit. This issue includes some gorgeous crafty goodies. Fans of die cutting will be excited to see that we've got a Desire Snowflake border die, plus an exclusive Build a Snowman die set from the Sarah Signature Cute Christmas collection. A versatile Christmas Village embossing folder that's perfect for your quick makes. A Sheena Douglas stamp set featuring pretty poinsettias and beautiful bells to add a traditional touch to your designs. And finally, you have a CD-ROM twin pack. We have the Crafter's Inspiration CD, which features hundreds of printable Christmas elements, and a Spectrum Wire Tips and Tutorials CD-ROM, giving you some handy advice on how to get the best out of your Spectrum Wire pens. This is gloriously packed with over 70 projects for you to try, such as these 10 super speedy designs perfect for creating easy cards, gifts and home decor projects. Let's celebrate our 12th birthday in style with a fabulous cake comprised of gift boxes. Put a retro twist on your Christmas this year with our top pick of products from the talented Sheena Douglas. Plus there's over £1,000 worth of prizes to be won, including the brand new black and gold Sarah Signature collection. So make sure you get hold of your copy of Crafter's Inspiration issue 16, on sale now.
And of course, when that first came out, which was a month or 2 ago, it was just available on its own with £50 worth of goodies. As I was saying to you, it was £9.99 with all of those goodies that I mentioned. But today, obviously, there's a new one coming out soon. You've got issue 14, issue 15, issue 16 all together. So basically, they would have been £29.97 at £9.99 each. But each magazine comes with £50 worth of bonus goodies. So we showed you what comes with issue 16. Issue 15 has got what's in the middle here, and issue 14 has got what's at the end here. So if we have a little look along the counter, rather than kind of splitting it into magazines, because I can't remember what's with what, but you get the whole lot. So you're getting the Bird Desire dies, you're getting the wood grain embossing folder there as well. You've got your foils, your foil transfers. You get the lollipop stick as well to transfer the foil onto your projects. You've got wonderful flourishing embossing folders, dies galore. There's 6 CD-ROMs. 6 CD-ROMs you've got here, 2 CD-ROMs in each. And if I just show you, what they've done is to save packaging, obviously, they've got basically 1 CD. This one is full of sweet treats, which is fantastic papers like kind of bake-off style, that sort of, you know, cupcakes and bunting and blue skies, that sort of thing, very spring-like. So you get a whole CD-ROM of background papers and toppers you can print off of that. And then the other CD that's in the box is full of other licenses that you've got from Crafter's Companion, which are just tasters basically, but you've got about 1,000 printable elements which don't disappear when you use them. You can print them off again and again and again. So you're getting that 3 times over with different content, obviously. You've got some that are tutorials for the big score, how to use it and get the most out of it, how to use your Spectrum Wire pens and aqua pens and get the most out of those. It's just a brilliant opportunity to try and enjoy £150 worth of Crafter's Companion products for £14.97 and 3 really well-produced inspirational magazines. I mean, we talked about issue 16. Let me pick up issue 15. This was the autumn issue. So if I now just flick through this, you know, although they come out for seasons, they are absolutely collectible. Don't throw them away once you've read them, because you can always refer back to them. You can refer, how did Sarah do that? How did that technique, how did that tip work? You can go back, flick through the pages and just get inspiration. When suddenly all the ideas dry up, you can look through these magazines and think, oh yeah, I can do that. I can make, how to make this box, for example, which you can put a very thoughtful gift inside. How to make that, that's included in here. And there's no advertising or anything like that. They've all got like time and skill levels attached to the projects as well. So if something's advanced or something's a beginner, it's great. It really is fantastic. Scrapbooking, that's covered. Halloween in this one is covered as well. So it's just a great collection to begin. And there's a different one every season. Issue 17, I've just done the voice for that a couple of days ago. So that will be out very, very soon. I know it's on its way. So that is issue 14, issue 15, issue 16, £14.97. They should be at the full price, a bargain at £29.97. But today, while we have the stock, they are half price, only until 1 o'clock. Now, a quarter of the stock is gone, and we did have a big stock available because we expected a big take-up on this, and there are lots of you in a queue at the moment. There's 25 minutes left to grab it at £14.97. Be quick. You can call us. There is a queue, and there will be right the way through this show. 3-minute queue now, 01733 602,000 if you want to get in the queue to make sure you don't miss out on this. Or, alternatively, you can order it on hochanda.com as well if you want to, the website. Feel free to order it that way, but you will know that by spending less than £15 today, and no P&P if you're a Freedom member, it just gets better, doesn't it? You're looking forward to £150 worth of Crafters Companion goodies coming to you. You will be won over if you're a brand new crafter. Hello, happy birthday, happy Christmas, all rolled into one, because you're getting so much there that you can enjoy working with. OK, more on that in a minute then. I'll let you know as the stock depletes where we are with that. Stick and spray, stick and stay. Let me show you, shall I do a little demo with this? Let me just use, let me grab some cardstock. Let me grab some Nina cardstock. OK. Now, let me show you stick and spray first. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do stick and stay first. So what I'll do is, I did this the other day and it seemed to work quite well, so just to prove a point, really. Stick and stay is your permanent adhesive, but it does give you a couple of minutes of reposition time. So if I'm just putting, not that you do this, but if I was just putting one card on top of another, it is an adhesive, but I think, oh, I've got it in the wrong place. You can still, for a little while, remove it. You've got about 2 minutes before it becomes permanent. So you then think, OK, that's where I want it now, I'm happy with that. So pop it back down there like that, and just leave it for a couple of minutes, and it will then become a permanent adhesive. But the stick and spray works in a different way. Where would we be these days without Post-it notes? Are they one of the best things ever invented? You can put messages on the fridge, you can stick messages on your computer screen or whatever it might be, and it peels off and doesn't leave any residue. Well, that's what this is. Think of this as like a Post-it note in a can. So let me just, there we go, pop that on. So what it is, there you are, look. So that now has given me a bond, it's given me a tacky stick, but look, I can still remove it and I can then reposition it. What an awful lot of people do is they use this on the rocker blocks, because it's a perfect way of not putting a permanent adhesive onto your rubber stamps, but just basically putting something that creates that kind of cling. That's the way to stick your unmounted stamps onto your blocks, whether it's rocker blocks or just acrylic blocks, doesn't matter. Or whether you are just wanting to maybe put stencils in place, whether it's on fabric or whether it's on card, you can then easily remove it. So it's a temporary adhesive. So that is basically what you've got here in a can, which so many people swear by. This is the version for card and paper. There is a version for fabric, which you'll find on the website, but it says fabric on it. This is the paper version for your cardstock and your papers, OK? So stick and stay is the permanent one. Stick and spray is the temporary adhesive. So, like your sticky notes, you can peel it off and remove it. And I'll just prove again, that's not a permanent stick at all, but it's still very tacky, so it holds your papers and your cards in place. So if I then go back to this, now I've left it for a little while. I'll leave it, I'll tell you what, I'll come back to it. I'll leave it for a few minutes more. I'll come back to that in a minute, because it does need a couple of minutes to become a permanent stick, OK? So let's move on then to the display I've ruined, the Nina cardstock. Nina cardstock, Sheena always raves about Nina cardstock. Whenever I ask her about what does she recommend for stamping and also for colouring, she always says Nina. Always recommends it. And the reason for that is it's actually a smooth stamping card and colouring card. It really is top quality. Although it's a craft colour, it's not craft card. Craft card is a lot more textured. It's slightly rougher. This is perfectly smooth. Great for your alcohol markers as well, your spectrum wires. 45 sheets of craft is what you'll get, or 48 sheets of the white. You choose. It's your choice for £9.97. 617 717. It's one item number. So it's one P&P if you wanted both of them. So if you wanted 48 of the white and 45 of the no, the other way around, isn't it? 48 of the white and 45 of the craft. That would be £19.94 with one P&P of £2.95, or no P&P if you're a Freedom member, which is rather good news. 617 717. Try it and you'll see that it's a cardstock that really will deliver you great results. Now the craft card itself, if I put the Nina craft and then the craft card side by side, you can see there is a big difference. Not necessarily in the colour, the colour's quite similar, but you can see there's a big difference in the texture. Nina is smooth, Nina is there, smooth, and the craft card is a lot more textured, giving you more of a rustic and rural effect to your cards. Great again for die cutting and also stamping onto. You can colour onto it as well. You can also put your gilding waxes on it if you wish to too. £14.99. Now this price reduction, remember, has come down from... We'll just double check what you're saving here. Craft card was £19.99, so it is basically a £5 saving off the price. Normally £10 each, but you're getting, that's it, £10 for the 50 sheets, or £9.99 for 50 sheets. You're getting 100 sheets, so a twin pack, for £5 less than it should be. It should be £19.98. You're getting it for £14.99. So buy one, get one half price. Only, though, until the end of this hour, only until 1 p.m. That's when happy hour ends. Right, now the ultra clear tape. Super red liner tape, that's what we call it. Super sticky, it's incredibly tough, incredibly strong, and you've got various different widths here as well for just £11.99. You get 3 rolls of 3mm, 3 rolls of 6mm, and 1 roll of the 12mm, which is this big one just here, and they are 10 metres each in length. They are very sticky. They sometimes stick to themselves, but you can prise them apart. But yeah, the idea is that you use this for your construction. So when you're making frames, when you're making boxes, when you want to have that bond that you know isn't going to kind of suddenly ping open or anything like that, you've got all of this super duper strong double-sided red liner tape. Stock up while it's here at a bargain. Remember, the price should be £14.99. It is £11.99, so you're looking at a £3 saving, £3 better off in your pocket, and no P&P to pay if you're a Freedom member. I love that fact. 996 097, your item number, and it's the sort of thing again that you use all the time, you run out of eventually. Stock up while we have it here today. Now I'll tell you, actually what I'll do is I'll show you how to use these pens now. I did promise you. Oh, let me show you the dried cardstock to start off with. These clear sparkle pens are one of the best things ever invented as far as I'm concerned. When it goes on wet, and then the water, well, the actual carrier fluid that has the glitter in it evaporates, okay? Although it's water-based. But then, look what is left behind. All I did was I picked out a few of those swirls on those paisley embossing folders. That's one of the embossing folders in the magazine deal today, if you're wondering. It's the 3-dimensional embossing folder. But look at what's been left. There's no glitter that comes off there. It's not rough. It's completely smooth. It really is completely smooth to the touch. Not like sandpaper, and it's not coming off on my fingers, it's not coming off on me. But let me show you how the pen works. When it comes to you, you'll notice in the pack, you've got 3 yellow wastes, or 3 yellow bars going across the middle. What that is, it's separating the nib and the chamber there from the chamber that's got the solution and the glitter in it, so that it doesn't leak in transit. So what you want to do is, when you get your pen home, is you can do one of 2 things. Just pop this off, or most people unscrew this, remove it that way, and then screw it back on. And what you'll do is, when you screw it back on, you'll feel a bit of resistance, and then you hear that click. That's pierced the chamber, so now the solution can start to flow. And you've got push there and push there. So basically, with your thumb and your forefinger, just give it a gentle squeeze, and what you'll find is the solution will start to flow. So just give it a gentle squeeze a couple of times, and you'll start to see the solution appear. Any second now it will start to appear, and it will then eventually come through the actual brush nib. So that's how you actually prime it. You can see the sparkle coming through, can you? Yeah, that's it. There we go. Now, gradually, this will start to flow through the pen. There we go. That took a little bit of time. Normally it's a bit quicker than that. I was beginning to wonder whether this one was empty or not. But here we go, look. So once you've actually got it to start to flow, look at the sparkle coming from this. It will then just flow, and if ever it stops flowing for whatever reason, it's a capillary action, so it might stop. Just give it a gentle squeeze again, that and just kind of gives it a little bit of a forceful reminder, a gentle reminder. But at the moment, you see, that is wet, so it's going to be shiny anyway. But as that dries, as this has shown you, it dries without the shine, but you've got the shimmer of the glitter. That's all that's left behind. So when you want to enhance something, whether it's a flower or whether it's a roof of a house, whether it's maybe a meadow that makes it look like dew, whether it's Christmas images that you want to put a bit of glitter on, whether it's a romantic heart for Valentine's Day, you can just put, without glue and glitter that can get a bit messy, you can just put a coating of this clear solution over the top. It stays true to the colour that's beneath it. It's absolutely ingenious. And you get 3 of them, $9.99. They were yesterday $12.99, so apologies if you didn't know they were coming up in the show today, but we've reduced them only this hour to $9.99, £3.33 each. And you've got 15 minutes to grab this now, OK? 15 minutes and counting if you want your 3 clear pens. And, of course, they complement the one-day special beautifully. Now, the gilding wax, huge uptake on people wanting the gilding wax, and this is what it can do for you. There are the highlighted trees in this scene, which I think are absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you've got a duster or you've got a bit of cloth or anything like that, I've actually got a bit of tissue in my pocket, which is clean. You can see how shiny it is at the moment, but if I just, with a bit of tissue, go over the top of this, look, you can actually not only add it to your cardstock, and it's amazing, but you can also, of course, buff it, and it brings an amazing shine. So there it is polished. So not only does it look great when it goes straight on, but give it a bit of a buff, and it polishes so it shines even more. If you don't want it to be too shiny, then just don't buff it. But that, I think you'll agree, works really well. And I'm just going to highlight one other tree. There's a big tree which I missed earlier on, so I just love doing it, really. I'm just going to put a little bit more of the gilding wax. It is like a mousse or a souffle in its texture. Half the stock of this is gone in this hour alone. You're only going to get it for $9.99 for the next 15 minutes or so. So let me just... Can you see that there's a big tree there, just? You can't see it very easily, so let's make it stand out that little bit more. There we go, look. And all you have to do is so ever so lightly kiss the fabric. The queues are 4.5 minutes now. I'm really sorry. Every operator that we could get our hands on are working today. We knew we'd have a busy first day back. Maybe it's your first day back to normality. Maybe you've got some Christmas money that you were given that you're spending on crafting goodies. Maybe you've been away until today. Maybe you've been visiting family and friends and things, and it's all back to normal today for you. It is for us. Nice to see all the familiar faces in the office today, actually. There we go. Let's just kind of make that a little bit bolder, because it is nearer to us. It's near in the foreground, so let's make that a little bit more gold and a bit shinier. There we go. But you need so little of it. You really, really do. It's such a rewarding product to use. It feels great when you do it. So there we go. So there's the big tree in the foreground, and the trees in the background are gorgeous. Pick out a little bit more definition. So I've still got some on my finger. I can still do the house. Let's go on and do the houses. Why not? So the big tree is in the foreground, and then the house in the background. That looks as if it's been illuminated. It looks like it's got lights on, but the tree's almost in the shadow of the big tree, isn't it? What about that house there? Have I still got enough on my finger to highlight that? I think the answer is yes. There we go, look. Isn't that great? I can take if I put too much on the tree, I can always take a little bit more off. Go over here. Spread the love. See? It's like someone's turned the lights on. It's great stuff, isn't it? Really brilliant stuff. You'll have so much fun using it. And I've lost my wet wipe now. Never mind, it's over there. Over half the stock is gone. And it would probably take me about 2 months to use up what's in the lid, let alone what's in the pot. So this is Empire Gold. Oh, I'm going to show it to you on white. You want to see it on white? OK, let's do that as well. Why not? Thank you. I've got my wet wipe here so I can clean myself up. Right. Tiny amount. Let's do... I'll tell you what, I'm going to do this big flourish. Because it looks good on white as well. I think the most effective demonstration is when it's on black. But it still works really, really well on white. The queue's now 5 minutes. Oh, good grief, I do apologise. You're still OK, though, because that'll take it to about 12:53. You're still within the 1 hour deadline, but the website hasn't got a queue on it. It never does. So I would suggest that's probably the best way to go. Let's go and do this whole flourish. Let's... Got it on the table. Don't worry. Wet wipe, we'll get rid of it. I'll show you. There you go. Sorted. All panicking. Oh no, he's got it on the table. Love doing it. One of my favourite things. And I'm not easily pleased. Now look at that. Isn't that great? It's almost looking like foil. If I, again, give it a bit of a buff with my tissue. So then, not only has it got a lovely golden finish, it's now got a polished golden finish, no less, as well. So there it is on the white cardstock, and there it is on the black cardstock. And it works on all colours, really. It works on craft card as well. I just love the fact that it looks as if it's almost, you've had a power cut, but then the lights have come back on. A bit like that, isn't it? Really great. OK, so that's your gilding wax, a must-have, and one of your guilty pleasures, I'm sure, in your craft room. Normally £11.99, now it is £9.99 for 10 minutes more, and we have had 5-minute queues on the phone, so be aware of that. The operators are pretty good. I mean, if you're on the phone queuing before the end of the hour, and they can't answer you until just after the hour, they'll honour the price, I'm sure. But, yeah, please get on the phones or on the website as soon as you can. Luxury cardstock, this is another great deal where you can save money, only for the next 10 minutes or so. We've got 30 sheets of each, 30 sheets of green and 30 sheets of red. You get 10 of each of the options. Well, I say they're options, they're not options, you get all of them. Buy one colour, get one half price, basically. You've got 10 sheets of red glitter, 10 sheets of red mirror, and 10 sheets of red satin, and it is like sheet metal. It really is. And then you get 10 sheets of green glitter, 10 sheets of green mirror, and then 10 sheets of green satin. They come in separate boxes, really nice branded boxes. They look what they are. They are sheets of quality, they really are. £14.98. So one of those is half price. They should be £19.99, or no, £19.98. They should be £9.99 each box. So you're getting 2 boxes for £14.98. 233 375 for the 60 sheets. Then the glues. Let's remind you of the glues. Now, these are, again, are the unsung heroes of craft, because without them, everything would fall apart. But you need your different glues for different things. The thing that I would reach for all the time for matting and layering would be the Crafter's Companion tape pen, because this is better than any other tape pen I've used before. It's stickier, it's more permanent, it lasts longer. You've got 22 metres on the length of this, which is incredible, ergonomically designed. I mean, obviously, when Crafter's Companion went to develop their own tape pens, there were lots of other tape pens on the market, so they had to manufacture one that was bigger, that was better, that was going to be wanted by everybody. What's the point in producing something that's already out there? So you've got a lovely width, which is actually 8mm of adhesive, 22 metres in length, but it is a strong, permanent adhesive. It really is extra strong, as it says up there, and Leanne made sure that these were really going to surprise you and supersede your expectations. Then we have the tacky glue for you, which is just here. Ultimate glue around the house. You can use it on ceramic, paper, cardboard, textiles, plaster, rhinestones, wood, leather, plastic, styrofoam as well. And it's a quick dry tacky glue, so when you want that quick grab, that's what this gives you. Also great for mirrored card as well, and it's not going to damage it in any way either. Then you've also got here your collal glue. Now this has, again, lots and lots of versatile uses, often used in matting and layering, that sort of thing as well. And then the hero product from like a decoupage point of view for adding dimension and depth to your cards is the Collal 3D glue gel, because this is now available through Crafter's Companion and us as well. Now this should be The price of this combined should be £15.96, but until 1 o'clock, you're going to save another £3 off the price. It is one of those things that's a must-have. It isn't romantic. It's not. You don't get excited about buying glue. It's something you need. But when you get a discount on it, you think, yeah, OK, I'll have that. Thank you very much. £12.96, delivered to your door for that price if you're a Freedom Club member. 263743. And then down the end here, we've got our 4 colours of Centura Pearl for you. You get 10 sheets of each of them. You've got, this is the anthracite that they call it, lovely exotic name, but it is exotic cardstock, so it deserves an exotic name. There's your anthracite. Then you've got your, I think we're calling it lilac. Then you've also got your royal blue. And finally, at the end, the pistachio green. All 4 of those colours, you get 10 sheets of each, and this is usually £11.96, so great value anyway at the normal price. Today, though, £9.96 is all these are. And there's 40 sheets of Centura Pearl. And it's lovely to see these colours now. They used to be just like a creamy colour with a hint of gold or a hint of silver. Now, though, they come in specific colours, and they're great for your card blanks. They're great for your die cutting as well. But you definitely, in the light, have all these wonderful, almost metallic effects that Centura Pearl gives you. And remember, this is reduced only for the next 3 minutes, well, until 1 o'clock. The show comes off air at 3 minutes to the hour. You have until the new show begins, dead on at 1 o'clock. That's when the price will go back up. But if you're in a queue, they will honour the price, obviously. Now, the foam pads that we did technically sell out of, we've been able to get more stock of, which is good. Here they are. Again, they have been produced for Crafter's Companion so that they are an incredibly sticky foam pad. And you've got a mixture of 2mm and 3mm depth on the foam pads, but you've also got a very easily removed backing. Now, that is the thing that sometimes you see crafters and experts also struggling with, is to get the back off the foam pads, which can be really annoying if everyone's really hard to get off. Crafters have made sure that it's relatively easy. You've got a little bit of an overhang on the paper at the top of the pad, so it just peels off very easily. You've got different sizes. You've got squares, you've got rectangles. Turn them that way, it's easier to see. So there you've got kind of letterbox shapes, you've got big squares, small squares, every type of size of foam pad you could want. They can be trimmed with a good pair of quality scissors to whatever shape you want the foam pads to be. But a great opportunity today, only £10.99 to save yourself potentially a lot of money on something that you are going to run out of. Yeah, that's going to happen. But great for your decoupage and great for your matting and layering as well. 961384. Now, the hero of the show, not surprisingly, is the 3 magazines, issue 14, issue 15, issue 16. Now, you might think, all 3 magazines for £14.97. That's not bad. That's cool. Yeah, but there's a big deal. Look, that's issue number 15, and look at the bonuses that you get with issue 15, and that's not all of them, actually. You get 2 CD-ROMs, you're getting all sorts in here. Every bonus that came with each of those magazines, you're getting all together. So you're getting basically £150 worth of bonus goodies, plus the 3 magazines, and you're only paying £14.97. We've reduced it by half price. Even if you've got those magazines, which lots of you will have, you're thinking, well, you know what, I've got £150 worth of Crafter's Companion goods that I can split and give as gifts for birthdays during the year. I've got those folders, I've got those dies, but I know so-and-so hasn't. Well, brilliant opportunity. They all come separately boxed as well, so if you want to give the actual magazine and the bonus goods as a gift, you can do that, or you can just split the cost of the bonus between all your friends if you want to do that. Check out your baskets. You've got literally 2.5, 3 minutes to get them before the price goes up at 1 o'clock this afternoon. I'll see you a bit later, though. Lots more to come here on Hochanda. So yes, it's our Spectrum Wire Sparkle one-day special. The lovely Debbie and Matt will be with you next. I'll see you with Tando Creative. Looking forward to that in an hour at 2 o'clock. And then later, it's Pink Ink Fabric Designs. That's the way we look this afternoon, Tuesday.
Douglas, and I'm a stamper first and foremost, but I also draw my own stamps. Years ago, in days of yore, I started studying art, and I got the chance to live in California, which I continued to study art there, and then got a different job in training, and then finally came back to designing my own rubber stamp range. I'm really pleased to be part of the Hochanda family. And I'm pretty well known for messy crafting. It's a fair cop. I like inking, painting, stamping, die cutting, stenciling, and I'm really pleased that we'll be able to focus on sharing tips and hints and techniques as we continue. And so hopefully we'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Anna and I'm a founder of Craftbox UK. Craftbox is a box full of craft supplies that we send to our customers monthly. The company has been going for a year and a half, and as a crafter, I wanted to find a box which I could receive every month and would be full of craft supplies. As I couldn't find such box, I decided to create it myself, and that's how Craftbox started. Every box contains at least 15 products, which are beautifully hand packaged by a team based here in Cambridgeshire. All products are placed in a beautiful, sturdy box, which is ribbon tied, and we hope that by receiving this box, you will feel like it's Christmas every month. Make sure you don't miss the Craftbox shows on Hochanda.
Thank you so much for watching our show. This is the One Day Special, and it might be the last chance that you get your chance to get the entire selection of colours that are on offer. I've kind of already spilled the beans and let you know about the big complete bundle where you can get all the colours, but details at the bottom of the screen for that one. But Debbie, you're joining us and you're going to be showing us how to use the two One Day Special choices that we've got.
Yeah, absolutely. What a busy couple of shows we've had. Lizzie was busy last night. We were busy at 9 a.m. this morning. Yeah, and I can't believe we're going limited on the vintage, but I'm not surprised. These pens are truly remarkable. Not only are they water-based colouring pens, which means you can do so many different techniques with them, they also have this amazing, intense, microscopic sparkle in them, which is a really fine glitter, and it's just beautiful. You get this even glitter throughout the pens, throughout the colours. I mean, look at those gorgeous colours we have there, and on top of that, the metallic, so you get that jet black and the gold and the silver, so amazing.
They're lovely pens. So on the top row, you've got your option there, which is the vintage. 1, 2, 3, 4 packs of the vintage, and then you've got your metallics here. We're approaching limited stock now on this option for your One Day Special. It only launched last night at 6, and this is the lunchtime show. It shouldn't be going now. We should have it for you tonight if you tune in, but it won't be here, we don't think. So we're approaching limited stock on this bundle here to get your metallics with your vintage. Seasons are just beneath that. That's been extremely popular as well. They come with the clear overlay. So you've got 3 of the clear overlay pens today with your seasons. So you've got spring, summer, autumn, winter. We're over 60% of the stock gone on that as well. So that is a big popular choice there on the seasons. So the complete collection is also available where you get both options for your One Day Special. It's half price, so you still get them for half price, but as a bonus on top, well, I say bonus, but included in the bundle is your extra 6 pens. Look at me pretending I'm a little stand to hold them there. Doesn't that look good? I could stay here for the whole show. There you go, that's me done. I'm going to be here for the whole show now. So for just £12.96 on top, you'll get an extra 6 pens on top of what you'd normally be paying for 2 One Day Specials. That gets you the whole selection of pens that you get. Your 2 options of the One Day Special there, plus these 6 pens for £77.92. You can split it up onto Flexi Buy if you want. £38.96 spread across January and February gets you all of those. However, we're approaching limited stock on this big bundle as well. So it is one of those panic stations to get hold of it. Should we grab some of these cards down here, Debbie?
Yeah, we have some amazing cards. The sparkle pens really do add that added interest to your cards. They work really well on Donna stamps that we've got in most of these samples because they really are great, just amazing. I mean, fairy, sparkle, it all goes together, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And really incredible backgrounds that you can create, which really is just amazing with these pens.
A lot of glitter there. Just want to show you 3 samples and then we'll have a look at the boards, because I just want to see like in a project how different you can get your results there in 3 different projects. But let's have a look at these colour swatches as well, Debbie. So first of all, we're approaching limited stock on the vintage set. This is the vintage set now.
And they really are. They're those vintagey colours that are really sort of just stunning, really. They're different ones. They all blend together really well. That's the great thing about the sparkle, because they're water-based. But they're just gorgeous. We've got that. I mean, look at that. The macaroon, the teacup, the biscuit. I mean, just the names themselves, don't they? They scream out that vintage hues of them, which are amazing.
Well, making me hungry there. Give me a plate of sage now, please.
Along with a fig.
Yes, hold the figs, thank you.
But look at that intense sparkle you're getting there. It really is incredible.
These are the metallics that you're getting with your vintage hues today. The stunning silver sparkling away the spun gold and onyx black. Look at that. Just on its own, that's looking amazing, isn't it? Oh, right.
I love that one.
So sorry, Debbie.
No, normally I cringe. I didn't then.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
That's good. Yeah. Thanks for admitting that. So, yeah, that's the vintage hues up at the top. You've got your metallics in there as well. You need to go for them as soon as you can. They're approaching limited stock. So is the complete bundle as well. And then these are the spring, summer, autumn, winter on the bottom row with your clear overlay now.
Yeah, and they all work well together, Matt. So, I mean, if you can extend your budget that little bit, go for it, the whole collection, because they really do blend beautifully. So you've got things like that blue topaz, and then you can use it with one of the milder ones, which will blend well together with them. They just look amazing. And then you've got these beautiful ones. These all blend. In fact, we're going to do a demo in this hour just using that set and show you how they blend beautifully together.
And then we've got the wonderful winter warmers. Starry Night's lovely. It's actually a starry night, isn't it? It just shows
really
how lovely,
is, it really looks like that. Can you imagine the sort of scenery you're going to be able to do, especially if you're using Sheena stamps? All those skies that you're going to be able to do look amazing.
And there's your clear overlay, which this is a brilliant board to show, because that's just on plain watercolour card. It's obviously on the telly, it's not coming across it, but that is absolutely lovely. You can still see the sparkle, but it's white on white. But then look, even on craft card, which is kind of like, you know, that's muted, it's sepia, it's brown,
yes, it's brown,
but look at that. And then on the black card, wow.
Yeah, it really is just intense, isn't it? And you get that even overlay of glitter, because all you need to do is just to shake your pen, shake to activate, and you'll get this sparkle, which is lovely.
Well, the official word is vintage is now limited as an option. So the option on the top row here, which is the vintage which comes with your metallics, is officially limited stock. So do get hold of that as soon as you can. Limited stock, last 10% available. And last time we checked, it was 60% gone on the seasons, and with your clear overlays there, and then your seasons in the other 4 packs. But this is what you can do. This is just brilliant on the seascape there. This is a wonderful card, Debbie.
Yeah, so that's using that Starry Night Sky, which is just a beautiful pen to use. But in fact, every single colour that you have in any of the packs that you go for, you're going to use on so many different things, because they just create stunning masterpieces. And maybe you're someone that doesn't like using glues and glitters together because it can get very messy, and you just want to use just in a pen. You've got all that sparkle and none of the mess. But if you are a messy crafter, you're going to be able to create the most intense and amazing backgrounds with these sparkle pens, because they're so usable.
A lot of this imagery is from the Fairy Collection stamps as well, so they're also on the show. Do have a look at those. We'll have a look at them in a second or two so you can see all of them. But look at that. So, Debbie, for doing really cool backdrops, for creating a little bit of more attention, drawing attention to certain things, you know.
And we will look more in depth at the actual pen, but you've got a beautiful Japanese brush nib on them, so you can get into the really smaller details of your stamp.
Yeah, they're all really nice, these examples, to show what you can do. Even just a delicate smattering of sparkle, look at that, but can just really lift a card and can do it so subtly, or it can be just all over the card, making it a real glitter fest. Why not?
Totally.
It's a very, very good one-day special here. It's incredible to get them for half price. So £32.47 gets you either the vintage hues with the metallics for half price, £32.47, or your seasons with your clear overlays for half price, £32.47, or the complete collection, all of them, so both sets, and then as a complete collection, completeness, icing on the cake, you get your glitz and glamour, which is this set here, and also your perfect pastels, which is the one at the bottom. However, the big bundle here of all the pens that you're looking at is £77.92, saving £13, on top of it being half price beforehand, and then it's limited stock, so it's £38.96 today, gets you that full complete collection, but it is now limited stock, so definitely order it as soon as you can. Now, before we get playing, we'll show you what we're going to be playing with. It's our stamps, so we can quickly have a whiz through these, can't we, Debbie?
Oh,
they're so lovely.
Incredible stamps. I adore these. In fact, everyone I know that has either got these stamps or has used these stamps absolutely adore them. So Donna Ratcliffe, who's Sheena's head of design team, she has designed these stamps, and they really do capture everything about fairyland. You've got the toadstools in there, you've got the door in there, you've got all those, the poppy pods. I mean, I absolutely adore them. Yeah, they are just so usable, and such lovely designs on there, and big stamps. That they're quite small, the pictures on them. That's not the size of the stamps, they're bigger, the stamps, but just really pretty designs. Lots of accessories, what I like to think of as accessories in there, that you can actually build a scene and build your picture, which is really amazing. I mean, look at the size of that toadstool compared to the picture. It is stunning, and you're getting so much. I mean, at Crafters Companion, we love to jam-pack these, the stamp sheets with everything that we can see a space in, and these are no different. You've got, you've got so much on here, Matt, and you've got silhouettes. Now, I love silhouettes because there's so much. So a lot of these, you get a silhouette. I think there's sort of a silhouette in most of them, actually.
You've got your dragonflies over here. You've got your silhouette of your toadstools there, like a row of toadstools. You've got your fairy silhouette there, another fairy silhouette with a nice open here.
And they're lovely because you just get that really nice shadow effect, and you can add them and add drama really to anything that you're stamping.
You've got your kneeling fairy there. She's just blowing some fairy dust or something.
Yeah, it's lovely. Well, yeah, absolutely. She is so pretty. So yeah, all these elements, you're going to be able to use all of them. You know, that Donna hasn't just put things in here that she's just to fill the page. She's put things with real thought in here that are all going to mix and match. They're all going to work together, and you're going to create the most amazing scenes. And use with the sparkle pens, well, you're just going to be such an artist because they are amazing.
Definitely. We stamped with our sparkle pens with these stamps earlier on at 9 o'clock this morning, so it's a really good technique, that. 546-773. There's over 30% of the stock's gone on this introductory price with the available stock now on these stamps, so over 30% gone. It's 546-773 to order now with £5 off, making them £24.94 with 44 elements in total there. Say what? Say yes. We're going to start working with our sparkle pens now, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Have a look at the website in the meantime. You've got your different sparkle pen options. It's the fastest way to order as well, but you can get your spring and summer in the 3s, you can get your autumn winter in the 3s, or you can get the full collection because the big savings are in the big bundles. The stamps are available individually as well as a bundle too, so if you want to get pairs of stamps or the big bundle, but there's the big bundle of pens, and then you can get the whole big bundle of the stamps too on that introductory price. Nice 5 reviews on those stamps. Nice to see that because they were launched a couple of weeks ago, so thank you for the time to use those. And then you can see there I've had crafted stamps before. No, it's all good. It's all good. Lovely stuff.
Right, sparkle pen, as soon as you get it, shake it to wake it. Which is amazing because what you've got is really ultra-fine glitter in the barrel of your pen. Now, on your pen, when you get them, you can take the lid off. So you've got the lid there, which locks it tight. You've got then this barrel at the top with your brush. As you can see, it's completely empty. And I've got this little collar, which you just disregard. So that can just go in the bin. You've then got this barrel here, which you can see is completely sealed. So until you pierce that with what's in the centre here. So in the centre, we've got that piercer that will go right through into your barrel. So you just literally screw that down, and you literally do that as tight as possible to where it will go. Now that is all set and ready to go. What we're then going to do on the sides, there's 2 sides which say push on there. We're just going to give that a little, there we go, it's upside down but we can see it. And isn't that amazing camera work? I'm so impressed, Joe.
Yes, it's Joe, our director.
So we're going to just find our little, I think it's just there. We can see that little, can you see that little window there on there? We're just going to push, and you'll be able to see in a moment that's starting to come through. Is it going to come down? There, oh, there we go. Squeezed a bit too hard then just to get it down. But as that starts to come through, we're just going to wash that down onto our card here. I'm using, watercolour cardstock that I'm using. And that is beautiful. Now, if I stretch that out and we just keep going, you've got all that lovely liquid and that sparkle in your pen.
Shimmering already.
And that will just keep going, yep. So that's got that beautiful sparkle. The more it dries, the more it will sparkle. What we can then do is actually put another bit down, but this time we can use our water brush. So because they're watercolour pens, all I need to do is dip some water in, dip my brush in some water. I'm using the Royal and Langnickel brushes, which are amazing. And then we're just going to drag that sparkle. Now this still, the sparkle is still intensified, it's just a little bit more diluted. So you still get all of that sparkle, but it is just more subtle.
Yes.
So dragging that out so we can still get a lot from there. The next thing that we can do, and these are to me so invaluable, is the actual clear overlays, because there's so much you can do with the clear sparkle pens. Oh, my one's not even here. Where's that gone? I had it right with me and it's disappeared. Have I dropped it?
Oh, what was you looking for there, Debbie?
I've lost my clear overlay.
Oh, OK. Sorry about that. We'll find it, because I know you've got loads, actually. It's in one of the boxes. Details are at the bottom of the screen for your Royal and Langnickel brushes, where you're getting 5 brushes in total. You've got your lovely round brushes as well as the flat brushes as well. So you've got your wash brush as well as your 2 shader brushes, the shader brush as well. So 1 shader, 2 wash brushes and 2 round brushes. They're £9.95 plus delivery to get all 5 of the brushes.
There we go.
From Royal
I found one.
Great stuff.
Let's just put a bit more there, because we've actually, that one would be dried out a little bit. And then we're just going to use our sparkle pen to bring that down. So what the sparkle pen will do is grab all that paint, but it will keep it intensified. And then that will work really well down. Now, you don't contaminate your brush, which is really good. So don't think, because you can see my brush there has gone blue. Yeah. All I'm going to keep doing is keep drawing it out, and eventually that will then clear from my brush.
And you've got your clear sparkle pen back.
Yeah, you've got your clear sparkle pen back. Now, even if it's slightly gone a little bit, I mean, it hasn't actually, but if it does slightly discolour, it's only got a dye on it. It's not going to contaminate your actual ink, so you can then put that into something else and do that.
Lovely stuff. So we've seen the pen, how you can just go with the pen, draw out with the pen, and then dilute it with the water, but then with the pen, but you're diluting it with the sparkle pen, so you're keeping your sparkle. But even where you've diluted the pen with water, you've still got, like you said, it's more subtle, but you've still got a lot of your sparkle there. You've still got all that sparkle. You can see just the one with a clear overlay, how that's going. It's just, it really is. They're incredible pens. The other thing we can do with them as well, Matt, is we can then mix them together. So I can use, actually that one's a bit, use a slightly lighter shade of blue. So we can use our blue and then our pink together. Oh yeah, I love it when you do this.
And then they will actually form another colour in the centre. So we can then add water really cool. to it. So these are all water-based, and you can do this with all of them. Just see what colour you make. Yeah. And we're actually then in the centre there making that different colour, making that purple. Yeah, you've got the purple ombre. Yeah, which is really good. So lots of different techniques that we can do there, and they blend beautiful together. So anything that you can do with a water-based pen, you will be able to do with these pens. So I'm just going to dry it, because you'll see as that dries and the wetness starts to go, the intense sparkle will then start to come out.
yeah, building those colours into an actual project. Obviously, here Pamela's used different colours as well, but you know, building those similar sort of tones. She's used an additional other couple of tones here as well for the seed pods there, for example, like a yellow, lime green, probably a bit of sage in there. But using the colours you've used on a project, that is looking amazing for this part.
Absolutely. And it is, they really are incredible, Matt, because there's just so much we can do with them. There's so many techniques out there. Use them as a paintbrush. We can use them by applying our ink to our actual mats. And then if you want more precision, or you want to create like with a smaller brush to what you're actually got with, you can then actually use that as a paint palette, and then we can actually paint with it as well. And also mix bespoke colours as well. That's the good thing with being able to have your palette or your glass mat, because you'll be able to mix your colours.
And the fact they go onto different surfaces as well. So you're going onto a watercolour card, you could have easily used Sheena stamping card.
Sheena stamping card is great for these pens, because it has, although it's a smooth card, it has a really good tooth in it. It's a good 300 GSM and works really well, and your watercolour card does as well. So great card stocks.
Of course, going on to wood, MDF, as we saw you doing earlier on.
Absolutely, and we'll do all that in the hour, definitely.
Okay, we'll squeeze it in, we will, I promise. So the Fairy Collection stamps very popular, and they're lovely, lovely images on there. We've been using these on the samples that we've been showing you. We've used these earlier on this morning at 9, and hopefully we'll start stamping with them today as well. With the Fairy Collection, you're getting 44 elements in the stamp sets, and it's £24.94 with £5 off for your whole selection there of fairy imagery. 44 images with your 6 stamp sets. 546773 to get your Fairy Collection stamped. And the sparkle pens themselves are available on a one-day special. The one-day special is an either or, and then there's the big bundle option where you're getting the same saving as the one-day special, but you're getting another 6 pens as well. But let me just focus on the one-day special for you first of all. And do you know what I'd like to see is probably these boards, these colour swatches, because that would help me make up my mind. You've got your vintage section up at the top, 4 packs plus this pack here with your metallics, and inside the vintage collection you have got obviously vintage colours. You've got sand dune, ocean wave and sea breeze. Then we've got boudoir, peacock and hearthside as well for your home colours. The tea colours on the vintage section are biscuit, teacup and macaroon. And then we've got the fig, peony and sage. Lizzie made that board last night just because she couldn't get her hands on one of these. It's gone, it's somewhere. But there you go, we made that one last minute last night. Lizzie Curtis that was. And then we've got onyx black, spun gold and sterling silver. Those are your 15 pens that you're getting in the vintage selection on the one-day special. We are extremely limited on those, though. Less than a handful available now on the vintage hues and then the metallics that you're getting there as well. All of those are £32.47 as opposed to £64.95 because they are half price today on your one-day special. Wonderful stuff. It's the end of the Big Save event, and it's a big one-day special to have saved for the last one-day special of the Big Save event. It's a big one. It's half price. And your other option is the seasons. So you've got spring, summer, autumn, winter, and then the last pack over here is your clear overlays. Now those are available singly as well. You can add a pack of clear overlays to your order today if you want, whichever option you're going for, because you're always going to need those. It's like a sparkly wet paintbrush, or wet brush, but with sparkle in it. So it's really nice. And you can grab this option now. Last time we checked, it was over 60% of the stock had gone on it. We're approaching 70% of the stock gone on that now. So it's a very, very, very busy one-day special with your seasons. Shall I show you the seasons boards as well here now? We've got spring, first of all, those lighter tones. If you want to get your seasons, it is advisable to get it as soon as possible, just like with everything else today. You've got the spring, there's your summer with your emerald green and blue topaz, November's birthstone. And then you've got your autumn with smoky quartz, harvest moon and olive jade. Not Oliver Jade, that's presumably somebody that lives down the road. In fact, email in if your name is Oliver Jade, it would be really cool. Red berry, holly leaf and starry sky. And then you've got your, whoa, 2.5-minute queues on the phone. Is that because we've got a lot of people called Oliver Leaf, maybe? Or Oliver Jade, maybe? No, it's a lot of people ordering their one-day special, so avoid that if you can, and order on the website. Then we've got the sparkle pens, the clear sparkle overlays. You've got your watercolour card, craft card and black card. That's just with the clear overlay. So how cool is that, to be able to go straight down with a watercolour, a water-based lovely sparkle collection, lovely sparkle pen.
so yeah, you've got your Caesars collection down there. It's a very, very popular option on the one-day special. However, the complete collection, you'll still get what you're seeing here when you work out the price on your complete collection. This bit of your complete collection is still half price, okay? So don't worry. And then your additional 6 pens, it's only another £12.96 on top of what you would have paid for 2 one-day specials, but less than a handful left. So it's 2 payments of £38.96 to get hold of your wonderful, wonderful complete collection here. £77.92 plus delivery in one go, or 2 flexi-buy payments if you fancy spreading the cost over January and February. It's a wonderful collection, this, and you're just going to love using them. 443-920 to order for your sparkle pens. Have a look at the web, because you've got loads of different options on there for your pens, but we know the value is in the big bundle. But, you know, if you wanted to add your clear overlays, look at them today. Look at the price on those. 66 reviews as well. 66 online reviews for your clear overlays. So, yeah, the big bundle there, £77.92, and then you've also got your fairy collection stamps. If you want the big bundle, it is available on FlexiBuy as well. However, it is going. It's going very, very fast indeed. Do think about joining Freedom as well. So, Debbie, we're using our lovely fairy collection stamps.
Yeah, we are. I've got the toadstool, so we're going to colour that in, but I've also got the 3 pen set from the autumn and winter. Yeah. So we've got our the smoked quartz, the harvest moon, and the olive jade.
Olive jade, yeah.
And actually, you could have olive jade as a name, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could. Olive, yeah.
Yes, Olive.
In fact, email in if you're a couple and you're Oliver and Olive Jade.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that would be funny.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it, if you're a couple?
Right, what I'm going to do is I want to show how well they blend together and how we can create amazing backgrounds. So, what I've got first of all is the brown, and I'm literally just going to lay some brown down at the forefront here. So just running it down. I'm not being too fussy how it goes, where it goes. And then I'm going to go straight in with my orange or harvest moon, and then place that in the centre. And then I'm just going to then go in with our green. So it's probably all looking like, well, none of these colours really blend together, but because they're watercoloured, they just blend really well.
If you're watching TV now thinking, wow, that's the Italian flag, then you need a new TV.
And then I'm going to take our Royal and Langnickel large brush and literally just blend those colours. I'm flicking myself with paint here. Needed an apron, didn't I? And then, there we go, just blending those colours in, and then through to that green.
Wow, look at that. It's a lovely, lovely, rich, it's a sort of proper autumn warmth going on here.
Really, really nice. Now, while that's still wet, I'm going to quickly just add some salt. So this is
a
rock
really cool
salt.
technique.
It's just a fun technique. This is great if you've got children, because it's something that's really good for them to try and to do something different. Right, so I'm going to pop this to the side to let that dry, because that has to dry before we can do anything else. So I'm just going to wipe up this, and then I did one earlier, so we're going to show you exactly how that looks. So the one I did earlier, just bring in my kitchen towel as well. So that's all dry, still got the salt on. Now can we see here, if I start to brush that off, look at the cool effect.
It's got a really cool effect with the salt, don't you?
Yeah.
Get that pooling. I want to know who discovered this technique, really.
I know. Well, it definitely wasn't me. This technique has been around a long time. The other one is cling film as well, where you can put cling film over the top and wrap it round, and it creates just these amazing techniques. But look at that sparkle that we're getting in there, and the nice thing about this technique, Matt, is you get something different every time.
Now, you know when like crystals grow, that's the sort of shape that you get there. If you've ever got one of those crystal gardens.
And also, what you do create, that would be perfect, wouldn't it? But what you do is you create coloured salt, so you can use this as a shaker card. So put it in your shaker cards, and you've got like your coloured crystals there as well. So we've got that bit there.
You'll never guess, Debbie, the complete collection is gone. It's gone. It's technically sold out.
Wow.
All stock is now in baskets, which means definitely check out your basket to get it. If you've ordered it on your phone and you've completed your order, then that's okay, you're safe. But if it's in your web basket, definitely check it out as soon as you can, because all stock now allocated for the complete bundle. One of the special details are on the screen now. for you where you can get either or, because that complete bundle is gone.
Wow. You love the offers, that's what it is, Matt, yeah. And to get sparkle pens at this price is incredible. Right, what I'm going to do, I've stamped out Donna's toadstools here, so we've got our little toadstool house, and I'm just going to, I'm not even going to use a lot, I'm just going to put some of our orange just on the bottom here, and then I'm going to use my clear just to pull that out, so pull the colour out into here. Now I love this technique because you create really cool shades with just one colour. Now obviously your colours will blend together, but if you just want to create that cool looking sort of shade effect, just use it and drag it out. So I'm going to leave that now because I'm going to come back to it, because I want that to start, because it's still wet, it's all still blending in. So I'm going to do the same then on the other roofs here. Do you like mushrooms, Matt?
Do you know, they're the only thing I can't eat, but pretty much. I love my food, but
see,
mushrooms actually make me feel a bit unwell, but I love toadstools and stuff.
I like the taste of them, but it's the texture.
So
I can't eat them because of the texture,
Isn't it funny? Because I love pizza, but if it's got mushrooms on it, I'm like, no, your pizza is safe. Your pizza is safe. But I love the toadstool. I just think it's a great image.
Isn't
it
amazing?
You know, toadstools, I think they're so cool, and into like your fairy gardens or your fairy creations and things. I love the whole make-believe stuff of it. And also the fact that in quite a dark wood, a red toadstool can really stick out. So if you're making a piece of artwork, it's quite a memorable thing.
Yeah,
focal point.
Totally. Well, we're going with an orange toadstool just because we've gone with our background. So I'm literally using just 3 of the packs. So this is why I wanted to do this, because I'm literally just using 3 of the packs to create our whole image. Now again, I'm only using a really small amount because we're going to use our clear overlay, and we're going to go in. I've got a bit of orange on there, but actually that will be cool as well, because that would just give us even more
texture. It's the clear overlay you're using now. That is
this is the clear one, And same with that green, because we can add that depth there. Because with the toadstools, the good thing is with them is they, they all blend in together, don't they?
Yeah.
So pop those in there. And then I'm just going to brush that to the side. I'm not worried about my outside, and you'll see why in a second. So I'm not being too fussy if it goes out of the lines.
I love the colourway you've chosen here, the natural browns and
they
the greens.
They look amazing, don't they?
Like you say, you've chosen the 3 colours from the autumn set.
Yep.
So this is just from one set of 3 pens.
Yep, just 3. And then I'm going to go back in again, because what I want to do is just create that shading. And look how pretty that's starting to look. Can you see where that ombre effect... Oh, I've got green on there. Let's just get rid of that.
It's okay, not a problem.
And then we'll just blend that in. Actually looks quite cool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it just creates all that level of shading in there.
And of course the artwork provided by Donna Ratcliffe from Sheena's design team.
They are really amazing stamps, But really, really cool effect and really quick. I mean, we better just finish the top bit off here. Look, we've missed that bit out. But yeah, just really cool effects that you're going to be able to create with these and blend in. And this is just 3 of the packs, and these 3 come in 1 pack. Now, what I've then done, Matt, is I've then cut it out. So you can see, once it's dry, we've cut it out. You can see all that incredible sparkle. I've just given it a bit of movement in there by shaping it, and then we can just use it to go on top of our card, and then that creates, in that whole colour, that creates our mushroom village. Stamp your fairies, do what you want, but that is just 3 colours. You can do that with every single pack that's on those on the one-day special. So isn't it cool?
Yeah, just
and all that sparkle. If we lift that up there,
of course,
you'll
all
be
that
able
time.
to then see all that sparkle that's coming into effect. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, the sparkle is something that you forget about some of the time. When we're on like an overhead camera, or when it's not moving, you know, we're looking at all the colours and the pigments, knowing they're water-based, they're mixing with each other, we can make our own colours, we can work them with our Spectrum Aquas, but then as soon as you lift it up again, it's that, and on top of all that, it's packed so much sparkle.
That's it. And we're then, just by using a bit of salt, we've created that background. So, yeah, really cool techniques there.
Really, really good technique. We love love it. Debbie, thank you so much for everything
No
we've seen.
problem.
Salt technique, remember that one? It's always a good one.
Yeah.
One that you might have remembered from years ago. You're thinking, oh yeah. So we have lost the complete collection, unfortunately. So I hope you got that and you've checked out. But now, if we have a look at different varieties of options, we've still got. Oh no, hang on, not still got. We've also just lost. The vintages with the metallic pens have just gone as well, all stock allocated, so if it's in your basket, make sure that you check it out as soon as you can, go for it. But we have got we have got the season collection with the clear overlays. They are still there, just about, I guess. So you're getting 15 pens there for £32.47, a half price deal on those pens there. So complete collection gone, vintage with the metallics gone, but your seasons just about hanging on with your clear overlays right now. And the stamps that we've been using are the lovely Donna Ratcliffe is the designer, the head of the design team with Sheena Douglas. So when you've seen Sheena, usually Donna's in the background, she's here helping out and stuff. Head of the design team, she's extremely talented. And whenever we look through the samples, you know, every different design team member's got their own style and they create some amazing things. But sometimes we do mention Donna's name, we think, oh yeah, we start to recognise her work and her creativity. So you're getting 44 elements in total here on the stamps. You've got your fairy silhouette there with the lovely wing detail. You've got the gorgeous flowers. There's the toadstool house. Now, the fairy kneeling on the top is a separate stamp. So are the dragonflies. But she's just blowing some fairy dust there, as you can see. The same fairy kneeling is on that stamp there with the flowers. So it's a really, really cool design there. And then that toadstool house just in the background there. If I move this card out of the way, you'll see the toadstool house again. And over a third of the stock gone on the stamps at the moment. Over a third of the stock gone. Quite a sort of gothic looking design there. Kind of spooky, yeah, spooky and gothic. I think it's all down to the colours, isn't it? And then with the white gel pen, you can add your own windows on the top of the little toadstools, the mini toadstools. And then I like that with the fairy on the toadstool too. That's kind of a nighttime silhouette-y sort of one. Silhouette-y, of course, that's Italian for silhouette. I don't know if that's true. Right, so you've got a whole collection of cards. Look, I get addicted to showing you finished samples. I'm so sorry. I went to pick up a few. And I got all these. I haven't got the energy to hold them high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move them there. Sorry, just running out. I'm running out. I hit rock bottom yesterday at 9 o'clock when my porridge exploded. So you've got, I know, first day of the year as well, that was it. So you've got your lovely fairy door. You've got it on a tag as well, so you can stamp and colour in on a tag. That does all